Take a chance, in a trance, painted red, what a romance. Take a chance, one glance, painted blue, end up with a rain dance. Just a bit stronger, an honor and a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this longer. Can't find this anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find us anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find this anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere. How I've always wondered. How I've always wondered. How I've always wondered. Took a chance, in a trance, painted red, where's the romance? Took a chance, one glance, painted blue, ended on a rain dance. Now a bit stronger, not alone with a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this summer. Can't find this anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find us anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find us anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere. How I've always wondered. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm.
Gaming Morning Show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
Wait,
Dawson, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, Beelin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed Gaming Morning Show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Lowe is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D. Searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won clip of the year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emmy Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano, can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show, and it is the Friday edition on March 25th, 2022. Thanks for being here wherever you may be. It could be Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. There's a big show planned. Huge. Big show. We're excited for it. Gaming Morning Show has Gaming Morning News coming up at about 6:25 a.m. Pacific time. Today, we have birthdays this day in gaming history. That is on the way as well. We will play 5 questions GMS with Happy Capster coming up at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time today, ahead of Happy Capster's first ever subathon. Could be on the air for 85 hours. It's a lot more hours than we're on. We're on for 3.
It's like one more hour than we do, I think.
Just one. If you really
Maybe
think
2.
so. Wow.
Or 6. No.
Man,
One.
I love the Ghostbusters shirt. I don't know if I've seen that one before.
It's been a while. In packing, I found some new things.
What's this?
That-
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like Jack Skellington in that movie,
The movie
You know,
starring
the one
Jack
with
Skellington. Yes.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
That
That
one
one.
too.
Yeah, where they're like, what's this? What's this? And that was me, like all morning, like, whoa, look at this! I haven't seen this in years.
Aren't you leaving tomorrow?
Sure am.
And just packing now?
I mean, I'm gonna probably pack tomorrow, but I have to like organize my stuff.
Do you like how I'm the one being like, what, you're procrastinating till right now? I wouldn't pack till the day before either.
So I have a bunch of stuff in so I put all my stuff in like the wash this morning, so then it's clean for the trip. Because I mean, I'm really bad about like, I have a giant pile of clothes. They may be clean, they may be not. Let's smell them and see what smells okay. I'm always like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be organized, and that never happens. And my wife has been gracious enough to be like, if you just at least have like a clean pile and a dirty pile, that'll be fine. But then they just kind of migrate together, and it's not my fault. I mean, they like each other, right? So they just go. Get mad at them, not me.
It's magnetic forces.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, we're all closed. Let's hang out. You know.
Coming soon from GMS. Mike acts out close. Downs is here. Kate Zaid is here as well for the pre-show crew. Thank you for hanging out with us. Downs has gone with a 4-liner to start. Okay, so it's called The Fast and the Furious 4 Million BC, starring Vin Diesel and Chris Pratt, 2 cavemen with the need for speed. Since the invention of the wheel, 2 men have been pushing the boundaries of its limitations. What starts as a rivalry soon grows to a mutual respect and eventually a family. Chris Pratt is voiced by Ryan Reynolds. Downs, this question of the day seems to be right up your wheelhouse. We're asking you because it was trending on Twitter. Make a movie or show prehistoric. So you just take a plot, but then you make it prehistoric, and that's what Downs came up with. It took you like 5 minutes, Downs. That's excellent.
Guaranteed Downs has had this written down somewhere for like a while. So you're like, oh, he's just like, let me just bust this out and just, this is right for me. So
He's like, someday, someone's going to ask me, how can we take a current movie but make it prehistoric? And when that time comes, I'll be ready. And today was that day.
Yep.
It's hilarious. Other things that are trending this morning, Duke basketball. Now, I was told that there's a deleted Joker scene, but I shouldn't say anything more than that because
It's super a spoiler.
that's like as spoiler tease as possible.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
Very much so.
So don't read the internet, chat.
Spoiler tease! You know,
Be weary. Be
Socrates'
wary.
brother. Kind of a jerk.
Don't click on it.
Don't go out there. Don't look at
Stay
it.
inside.
Don't acknowledge it.
Well, but this is an issue that I've had. It's going back to the what was the one movie we were just talking about a while ago where they screwed it up?
Oh yeah, where Chris
Prehistoric
Pratt.
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, Ryan
The
Reynolds.
one with Harry Styles.
Watermelon
Oh yeah,
Sugar.
The Eternals. Ugh, that was a terrible movie. But yeah, like that was all over the internet. Like the moment the movie dropped, and people just keep doing that, and it's really frustrating because like I've seen the scene now, acting like you're like, oh, what's this? Oh,
Oh no.
But I mean, it doesn't take away anything from the movie, but just for people who really like to be shocked, like they've kind of. So whatever.
Arkansas's favorite harpsichord player.
Yep.
Harry Styles was
Prince,
in the Eternals.
whatever. He's in a bonus scene. I forget who he plays, but he's gonna be like a guy that does some other stuff. Unfortunately,
Well, then maybe we're doing a service by saying don't look at the internet because otherwise people would stumble across it just like you did.
delete the internet, everybody. If you're on the internet right now, just get off forever.
Except stay
So you
watching
see the
this
Batman.
show. Stay watching this show.
Yeah, but
Have you not seen the Batman?
no, I'm not going to the movies.
Oh, right.
Indiana has lifted all of our mandates. Like, it's the Wild West here. When I go to the supermarket and I have a mask on, people are like, ugh. And you're like, this is great. So yeah, I don't need people like sitting right behind me being like, like, oh gosh, why, you know. That's what happens. So
I think it's going to be like that for the rest of our lives in the sense that people were always
I'm
coughing
always
behind.
gonna wear a mask.
Well,
yeah.
no, the people were always coughing behind us, but now we are
Oh,
going to
yeah,
notice every single time. We have birthdays this day in gaming history coming up. Sir Elton John turned 75, so we'll have celebrity birthdays. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know so we can celebrate with you. That's at 6:50 a.m. today. And it's International Waffle Day.
Mm,
I like waffles.
this is how it started last year.
I gotta wait for the game break.
Are they warm?
They were.
Oh.
I mean, they're warmish. I mean, they're not cold per se. You know, it's fine.
I mean, if you
They're
want,
still yummy.
we could just put you full screen and
No.
eat them.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
It's Tolkien Reading Day.
Yeah, it's tokens. I like tokens.
I wonder what book we should read on Tolkien Reading Day.
The Lorax, perhaps.
Lorax?
I think.
The Lorax was in search for the ring.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the rings. Throw it in the magma, and then you will sing.
Today, the Lorax commits Mordor.
Because technically it's lava, because it's already broken the crust. Whatever.
Tolkien is the Lord of the Rings, right?
Yep.
Yes, yes. Yeah, no, I knew that.
Correct.
Today is also Pecan Day.
Nice.
Don't like pecans, but they're better than walnuts, so they have that going for them, I guess. I don't even like pecan pie, and I'm a big fan of pie and sugar.
I just want to say that you've created some tension between my wife and I, because I always say pecan now, and she's like, "Why do you say it like that?" I'm like, I can't not. Like, I try. Like, watch. I'll make my mouth pecan. You're like, you just. She's just like, what?
It's so fabulous.
Yeah.
I love everything about it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
We're going to be sitting there hanging out at the GMS 50-year reunion. You know, we'd be like, what do you guys want to do for our last get-together? And someone's going to come over and be like, would you like a slice of pecan pie? And we'd like, we accomplished everything. Everything we set out to do. It's National Lobster Newberg Day. There are so many lobster blank things. Lobster bisque.
There are.
Lobster flounder. Never mind, I don't want to go back that direct. Anyway, there's a lobster Newberg, and I have no clue what that is.
It's lobsters from Newberg. Duh.
Is that the thing that Titanic hit?
Yep, Newberg.
Lobster.
Not an old berg, a Newberg.
Watch out, there's a Newberg in the sea.
If it was an old berg, they would have missed it. But that Newberg popped up, and they were screwed.
It's National Medal of Honor Day, and it's also Maryland Day.
Go Maryland.
It's where the Annapolis is.
You're a city. No, state.
I bet there's like a Maryland's New York or something like that.
I'm sure there are.
You're a city.
And Kate's right. Kate says people like lobster. She's spot on. Spot on right there. When I was a kid, there was this restaurant that would do. On your birthday, you'd get a free lobster tail, and it was great. And I remember one year they brought one out, and I was eating it. And I was like, "This is fine." And the chef came out, and he's like, "I am so sorry." And I was like, "I'm sorry? Why?" And he's like, "We got you it was like a pregnant lobster or something." Oh no! I just made the best save in the history of the game. I didn't mean. I was trying to get out of the way.
It's okay.
But anyway, he's like, "We got you a mother lobster or something," and I was like, "I don't know." Okay. He's like, "We will give you a new one on the house," and I was like, "All right." So I got 2 lobster tails, and I don't really know why.
Did you?
When you accidentally eat a pregnant mommy lobster, do you become a lobster or something?
They grew in my belly. I was pooping lobsters for like a week. It was weird.
I mean, at least you kind of got an explanation. Nothing would have been worse if they came out and were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," and then they like look at your plate and they're like, "Oh, he's already eaten all the babies, so it's fine."
Don't eat. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, there weren't any babies. It was just, I don't fully remember why, but I think he was like, "Yeah, it was a female underdeveloped or some nonsense," and I was like, "Whatever, it's another free lobster tail, I guess."
I don't care, you chef who knows what they're talking about. I just want another free lobster tail,
No, okay,
please.
just put it on the plate.
That reminds me of like a time I went to a restaurant and this person brought my breakfast and it had like a little bit of like gravy or something that had matriculated over to a biscuit. And the waiter was like, "Oh my gosh, your biscuit is touching your gravy. I'm so sorry. Would you like another biscuit?" It's like, yes, please. I was like, I wasn't expecting a new biscuit. But you asked me if I'd like another biscuit. The answer to that question is almost always yes. So I was like, sure. No questions asked. No problem.
Dude, people at restaurants are weird. Like, I forget, Megan and I went out one year for our anniversary to a place called Aspen Creek. And it's like this phenomenal steakhouse. And I mean, I always get this like blue cheese steak where it's like, I think it's like a 16-ounce sirloin with this amazing blue cheese topping on it. And we went there the year before COVID, so 2019, I guess. And the guy, there's like the manager's walking around. He's like, "Oh, how was it?" I was like, "Oh, it was pretty good." I was like, "Yeah." I asked for a medium rare, and it was a little more cooked than I wanted, but it was really delicious. I enjoyed it so much. And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry they didn't cook it to your standards," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, that's fine, no big deal." And then like 2 minutes later, they come out with like another steak that's like perfect medium rare, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." So good.
Were you able to eat both?
I'm fat, yes.
Okay. Man of size.
I shouldn't have, because I did not feel awesome afterward, but it was so delicious. I just brought it out. What am I gonna do? Like, be like, nope, can't eat this. Sorry, sucker. Like,
Did you have a lobster Newberg?
no, I had a lobster Old Bird.
Watch out ahead!
The lobster Newberg. What? Yeah, that's fine. Give me a boost. So Chris and I yesterday were watching the Winter Cup. I don't really remember exactly what it was called, of the Rocket League. Those guys are nuts. They're like really good.
Yeah, you can't watch Rocket League esports. It's depressing.
Oh, I love it. It was so interesting. And then we played Where Are They From? And Chris figured out one of the guys was from France, and I was like, no way. And then he was from France, and there was another guy who was from Ireland who I didn't really understand what he was saying, but he was saying words, I think. Yeah, and then there was another guy who sat wouldn't come near the microphone. He just stood in the back, and I was pretty sure he was British. He looked very British. But yeah, and then there was the American team that got smoked. So yeah, no, if you get a chance to watch it, I'll totally watch it. It's pretty cool.
DRG is here. Hello, GMS crew. I have another Shark Tank idea for you. I want your honest opinion. Rappers, what do they love? Bling, that's right, chains and rings, something, including onion blings. Onion rings that are both stylish and wearable. Have a nibble when your stomach gets the rumbles. So you're basically saying wearing an onion chain.
DRG, food goes bad, so I feel like the FDA may not approve this.
Maybe because it's encased in some sort of metal that it'll stay good even when it shouldn't. And then you can crack open in a case of emergency like a fire extinguisher.
Are you okay? Oh my God,
So cold.
Hefty. Are you okay?
The great Rocket League massacre of Friday.
Oh.
And I scored somehow.
Great Rocket League massacre of Friday.
Watch, I used one of them to score.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, right? Oh, they got one of them little, like, cars.
DRG said Hefty gets it, but I don't understand what I get. So that's not a good sign, DRG. Not a good sign at all. We'll send it up to the Sharks and see what they say. How about that? Also, DRG would have eaten both steaks as well. Nice. So hear me out, okay? So there's this person who is wearing a chain that's made out of onions but encased in gold. But they're set in Jurassic Park this summer. Chains of Jurassic Park.
What were you just noising?
That was the Jurassic Park theme, I think.
Is that the remix?
Yes. Because it was a modern version of it.
That sounds like the Amazing Stories introduction.
That's funny because it's actually going to be a mashup between Jurassic Park and The Amazing Stories.
Great. Do you remember Amazing Stories? Did you ever watch that?
I don't know what that is.
Caitlin, the answer is
No idea.
Good morning.
Farcilla knows. It was a tiny trumpet.
That's what I was going to say. It's like my piccolo trumpet. How am I doing?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah?
I cleaned my desk and I thought I lost my
Your tiny trumpet?
Oof.
It's clearly a tiny trumpet that you're holding.
Tiny dancer.
We are a morning radio show that plays games. Thanks for being along with us today. I am Hefty Goof. That is Mike on the bottom left. Sean on the top left. You can find us on Twitter at WatchGMS. We are asking you today, because it was trending on Twitter, make a movie or show prehistoric. Earlier in the show already, I am JF Downs gave us the plot for Fast and the Furious, but in prehistoric era. What is your movie plot? Please let us know. Right now, it is time to get the news. We need to know what's happening in the video game world. And for that, we turn to our hashtag video game expert. Here's Sean.
Good morning. It is Friday, March 25th, 2022, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. It's Apex Legends time. We haven't talked about Apex Legends in a while. And there's some little news about Apex Legends, so we're going to talk about it. Apex Legends is bringing back Control in a limited time event. This is from ONS Good of Polygon. The Warriors Collection event starts March 29th in a few days and runs through April 12th. And during this event, Respawn Entertainment announced on Thursday that they are going to bring back the 9 vs 9 Control game mode, introduced back in February. For the first 3 weeks of the current season. Control will be available for 2 weeks this time, joined by a new caustic treatment takeover of the Kings Canyon map. Neat.
It's a lot of words. Why do they put so many words in there?
You gotta do the words for the things.
You gotta pay those interns.
Nothing. Actually, do pay interns, please.
The Warriors Collection event will also add Drop Off, a new map for Apex Legends 3-on-3 game mode. As a collection event, that means another set of 24 limited edition cosmetics will be available. These include the Synthetic Huntress skin for Ashe, Octane's Riding Dirty skin, and Combat Survivalist's look for Lifeline. And more.
Control was a fun thing. Like, I'm happy they're keeping it, because it was another way to play with more people, but not have to be in a full battle royale. So, good call. I'm happy it's back.
Nice. Speaking of things being back, and speaking of battle royales, double segue. Oh, hello. Did you want to read this one?
Read it.
Can I read it? Is that okay?
I'll make the cat read it.
Fortnite data mining suggests that the no build mode that has been introduced to Fortnite will be sticking around.
Yes!
This is from Ryan Dinsdale of IGN. Fortnite data miners found confirmation that the game's limited time no build. Please don't get in my coffee. Thank you. The limited time no build mode is here to stay. Building was removed from Fortnite's default mode earlier this week as its Chapter 3 Season 2 began, but new leaks suggest that developer Epic Games plans to include it later as a separate game mode, which is great news because we're old.
I mean, you can't keep
building it stupid.
You can't keep old guy Fortnite or old person Fortnite League going without having a no build mode. So
it's accurate.
I mean, was this not the most obvious beta test of all time?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, hey, we're removing building and it's a storyline, but also we're trying to see if more people will play the game. And whoa,
I'm sure they're graphing like play, and then they put this out, and like all of us old people reinstalled it, and they spiked up, and they're like, oh.
I wonder why that was. Oh, it's probably because of the Doctor Strange skin. No,
yeah, that's the one. The tweet also claims that no build mode will be available to play in solo, duos, trios, and squads.
Yeah.
You know, Priscilla just showed up today, and we haven't had nobody since no build mode came out jump into chat and go, "It is worse," right? Like not a single person. So keep it forever.
Keep it. I'm a fan. Well, we've talked about Apex, we've talked about Fortnite, so to keep the Battle Royale theme going, Microsoft Flight Simulator has a new update.
Nice.
And this update makes Spain and Portugal more beautiful.
I'm sorry, what?
Spain and Portugal, they were real ugly before.
They were super gross.
Hey Tim,
this is
I thought you were working on Portugal. I thought you were working on Portugal. Damn it! It's not ready. Just launch the game. We'll fix it later. Done.
Austin Goslin of Polygon brings us this story. It added some enhancement to this region. The game's new Iberia update adds graphical upgrades to all areas in the region, and it's available right now. This is the 8th major world update. Makes significant graphical improvements to Microsoft's Flight Simulator, Spain, Portugal, Andorra, and Gibraltar regions. These updates include many famous landmarks from the area, including Basilica and Sagrada Familia, and the City of Arts and Sciences in Valencia. So check it out.
Can't make.
Did you get done with Spain yet? No.
I kind of want to play Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I kind of want you to play Microsoft Film Simulator. Flight Simulator.
Film Simulator.
Yeah. So you.
But you know what'll happen?
Yes, I know.
Play it
That's
once,
what. Yep.
Once on a controller or a keyboard and mouse, and then like $1,000 later, I'm gonna have a fake airplane right behind me.
Exactly. And once you have that, then it's only like a steering wheel away from an F1 cockpit. So, do it. Do it.
Coming soon, GMS flights.
Yes.
And always last but never least, we finish off today's gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. And boy, howdy, it's a big day. It's March 25th, and everything comes out on March 25th. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is out on Switch. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, and PC. Ghostwire Tokyo is out on PlayStation 5 and PC. Andro Dunos 2 is out on PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. Airy Calm Mind 2 is out on Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Tunchi is out on PlayStation 4. It looks like Touche, but there's an in there, so I don't know what to do with that in. Devastator is out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch. Mr. Pepper is out on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. Taco Bon is out on Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and Switch. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Bouncy Boy in Puzzle Land. Out on Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
Oh.
It's just a Bouncy Boy.
Pretty good Twitter account that we'll link to. It looks like this person's like neighbors are making them like homemade signs and stuff for congratulating the release. This is awesome.
It's fantastic.
There's like a balloon. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Don't look, Sean, though.
What if
that'd make you biased? But
what if it turns out that that's just people in the development team making those signs?
maybe it's just part of the game. I don't know. Either way, it's cool because there's cardboard signs. So I'm on board.
Man,
Right.
it'd be better if they were like plastic, you know. Cardboard. Who uses cardboard?
Scientists.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know how you
Box makers.
what I do know is,
Jeez.
man, this cat is all over the place this morning.
Are you
Really loud too.
Are you having difficulty?
Arturo, could you chill out? We're trying to talk about name of the morning.
You wouldn't even read the news story.
It's ridiculous. You won't say hi to Arturo, whatever. Name of
Hi
the
to
morning.
Arturo.
Bouncy Boy, Puzzle Land. That's out today for a whole bunch of things. And it could become our name of the month when we give away our name of the month. If you're a Patreon subscriber, which you can become by going to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow, you can get double entries into our name of the month giveaways. Find out more at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. And our subscriber tier is less than a Twitch subscription. You can also go to Look It's Mike O on Twitch, person on the bottom left of your screen. And when you go there and subscribe, Mike has reserved us 4 little emotes that are absolutely beautiful, and you can capture those by subscribing to Look It's Mike O on Twitch as well. Either way, have some fun, and thanks for hanging out with us on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. Meow. The cat's here. It's cute. Is Arturo all right?
Yeah, just needy.
Okay.
He's a bouncy boy.
You know who else is needy, but his needs can't be meaty because he's a vegetarian. Perhaps you didn't know that. The reality of the thing is he isn't around because he's outside, and now he reveals himself. It's Bear Bear. Do you remember when those used
Bear, it's bear, it's big, it's heavy, it's fur. Bear, it's bear, it's better than bad, it's bear, bear.
I was gonna say, remember when mine used to rhyme? At least yours was good there. Welcome, Bear Bear. We've summoned thee.
Stay away from my coffee.
The cat is just pestering you.
He's something. I think he wants out, but he should have woken up when I woke up. You had your chance. Don't knock that pen off the ground or onto the ground.
Do you think the cat listens to you?
I got an idea.
Uh-oh.
These happen to be on my desk.
Oh.
I'll get rid of them. But yeah.
But
Cat
now it's
begun.
still on your desk, so it'll be back.
Just throw the bag out to the hallways. We appreciate hanging out with us today. It's Gaming Morning Show. Coming up, we'll have Happy Capster play 5 Questions GMS. That is at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time today. Among the things that are trending, Duke basketball is trending today. Apparently, they won yesterday over Texas Tech, but the top seed in the NCAA tournament, Gonzaga, is out. We'll have more of that coming up in sports at 7:50 a.m. today.
That's sad.
Did your bracket just get busted?
I don't do a bracket. I'm smarter than that. No offense.
Well, I mean, brackets are only designed to break your heart.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm not allowed to do brackets ever since I was suspended in 11th grade for running a bracket ring. Part of my probation is I'm not allowed to do brackets.
Here are some of the titles that are out there for hashtag make a movie or show prehistoric. Romancing the Stone Age. The Fossil and the Furious. Which is kind of what I Am JF Downs talked about. The Sound of Mesozoic.
Oh, Jesus. First of all, it scared me. Second of all, he almost went through my coffee that time. And luckily, he got onto the desk and saw there was a cup of coffee where he was planning on landing. And, like, skidded to a halt.
So if you have a good name to make a movie prehistoric, put it in the chat. Let us know while we check in and see what Look It's Myco is tracking at this hour.
Terror. You tear around the desk is our news story. In Salem, Oregon, there's a terror. No, I'm just kidding. Our first story actually comes via our good friend Ben Hooper from Oopie magazine site. Either way, he likes to tell us about a man ended up with an unusual pet when he made an unusual discovery among the Texas foliage. A pink grasshopper. That's right. Dirk Parker, who's 33, an Ohio man currently working in East Texas as an environmental inspector for pipelines, said he initially didn't realize how rare his discovery was. Just thought it was a normal grasshopper that we didn't have in Ohio, Parker told WJWTV. So the first thing I thought of was that would make great fishing bait. Messed up. Parker snapped photos of the grasshopper and returned it to where he found it, and it wasn't until later that he did a Google search for pink grasshoppers and discovered the insect has a rare condition called erytherism. Erytherism is caused by a recessive gene, and it is rare to find grasshoppers with the condition because their pink color makes them easy targets for predators. Parker said he returned to the same spot the next day to capture the grasshopper, which he named Pinky. It took me about 10 minutes or so, but I found that grasshopper again, Parker told KLTV. Parker said he is now keeping Pinky in a habitat as a pet. I wanted to share this with the world, Parker said. It's so cool to get to show people. Back to you, Ryan.
Is it?
I mean, it's really, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a pink grasshopper. Like, that's pretty cool.
Priscilla.
However, like, all the stuff he went through is a little weird, but that's fine.
Wow,
No
man
bigs.
finds rare insect. First thought is to use it as bait.
Yeah, that was great.
Look out!
Oh no, that one's green, Sean. You got to find a pink one.
He's green,
Run,
but
Sean,
he's trapped on a piece of paper that looks like transparent background and is eating a piece of wheat, as grasshoppers do.
That's great.
Just floating around right there on that. Why do you keep so many transparent background cards in your studio?
You never know when you'll need them.
It's just the same one. And you just
I'm building an amusement park called P&G Land.
Fun.
What the heck?
It's on this side of gift land.
I'm gonna be honest though, as a designer though, every time I see that, I hate it. the transparent background on something it's the worst. Gives me the shivers. Shiver me timber.
Shivers. Next hour, we'll see what Mike's tracking regarding a Virginia gas station.
Probably gas.
Maybe. Find out next
Maybe
hour.
some snacks.
Maybe, baby. Ah!
Mike is tracking this out. All right. It's Gaming Morning Show 6:43 now, 9:43 out on the East Coast. It is 1:43 for those watching GMS in the UK.
Why did you destroy the party?
International Waffle Day today. I like waffles just fine, but compared to French toast and pancakes, I still can't get on board with waffles.
It has to be a good waffle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? The best waffles are the ones at the like hotels, where you put them in that machine. And it's so good.
I mean, those machines
You
are
like
pretty cool.
flip it.
Yeah. Oh, wait. You're talking about the straight up waffle irons.
Yeah, those.
Oh, I thought you were talking about those. Like, they have these machines where, like, you hit a button, and then, like, 4 minutes later, a perfect waffle comes out, and you have no clue how it was made. It's like
Perfect
magic.
waffle.
Because it would be great to have that in your house. You
It
wake
would.
up in the morning, you just push the button, and then before you know it, you have hot breakfast.
I mean, I think they have things similar to that. I don't know what it is. Maybe just a waffle iron.
Maybe it's a toaster.
I've always wanted a waffle iron, but Megan's like, it's just stupid. Why don't you just make like a waffle, or get like the ones where you put them in the thing? And I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I guess.
Get the ones where you put them in the thing?
Yeah, the microwave.
Oh.
Oh, but those are yucky.
Yeah, I'd rather have a
Pretty
toaster.
yucky. That's what I'm saying, right? Jerks.
Good morning.
I think we should send Mike a waffle iron.
I had a Scooby-Doo waffle iron for a long time that I could have sent you after we quit using it.
A Scooby-Doo one?
Yeah, it was great. It made a little Scooby-Doo face. But the only problem was they didn't have, like, the crevasses that make waffles amazing, because that's where all the butter and syrup kind of collects.
Oh.
So it was just like a flat waffle that had Scooby-Doo's face on it. And it didn't help that every time that you took a bite, it was like...
That's really messed up.
A warm welcome to our deputy cat petter,
And-
Scott Chick.
until you ate his mouth, and then he couldn't make that noise anymore.
But he still did, which was probably why he got rid of it. It's terrifying.
Yeah, that's real awful.
Yeah, it's not good. Today we're asking you to make a movie title or show prehistoric. It's been trending on Twitter. I just had shared another one, which I found incredibly funny. Don't Cry For Me, Argentinosaurus Rex. You can mash up the Flintstones and Keenan and Kel and have good Brontosaurus burger. Welcome to Good Brontosaurus Burger.
That's the second time that's come up in my mind because Mike said something about a good waffle earlier, and that was my first thought. Was welcome to Good Waffle, home of the good waffle.
The really big breakfast club, but like club as in prehistoric cave person carrying around a club. No? Okay. Cool. Maybe as evolution went along, Look Who's Walking. Followed by Look Who's Walking 2. Cause see, it's a story of.
No,
okay.
Yeah.
T-Rex at Ralph. Ah, see, there's a genuine laugh. It's pretty good. T-Rex at Ralph. Fossil of the Bride. As opposed to father. Okay, How I Met Your Mammoth.
That's terrible.
I don't know
It's
if
hilarious, but terrible.
Don't know if there's a blue French horn in one How I Met Your Mammoth, but maybe. How about singing in the cave? Just singing in the cave.
Why would you be singing in the cave?
Where the prehistoric things are?
Yeah, I just being silly. I was just being silly.
This one's deep. Love is Neolithicer than water. Apparently there's a show or movie called Love is Thicker Than Water. Apparently. How I Met Your Mammoth.
Yep, no, I got you
cool,
on that
cool.
one.
All right. Followed up by...
What about this one? 10,000 BC. That one was great.
John Carter. John Carter. Wasn't that actually a prehistoric movie?
Sure, kind of.
No?
It was like a prehistoric future.
Yeah.
Time.
Post-apocalyptic.
Post-acropolistic.
Kate,
Ding Dong.
Kate Zade loves waffles.
Why wouldn't you love waffles?
Hey, Sean, do you like waffles?
Yep. I do.
Do you like French toast?
Yeah.
Do you like pancakes?
Yeah.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Can't wait. It's a Perry Grip song. From the maker of Wienerina. It's a very good song.
Oh, okay.
It's no lazy harp scene.
Wienerina story. Yesterday, I had to go pick up my daughter from school, and my oldest daughter was home. And she was doing her chores, and she's like, "Can I listen to music on the Echo?" And I was like, "Sure." But then I remember that that account is tied to my account. So whenever I go in the car, I like to listen to music. So I'm in the car and I start turning on music, and then all of a sudden some like weird random song comes on, and then it switches to the Echo, and I was like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Oh, Gracie's playing music." So I was like, "Okay." So I was like, "This is a great opportunity to mess with her." So I like stopped it, and then she'd play it, and I'd stop it, and she'd play it, and I'd stop it, and she played it. So then I I searched for the poop song, and so then I played that, and the poop song was on. She's like, "Mike, stop it!" And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then she got the song back, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna play Wienerina." So I played Wienerina, and she would turn the song back, and every time she did, I would just hit Wienerina again. And she was like, "Why do you want me to hear this song?" And I was like, "Because it's really funny." And then when I walked in the house, I was like, "Ween!" Like, "I hate you!" It was great.
Oh, Dad.
There's also apparently on Spotify, you can find 100 hours of fart noises. So if you really want to mess with somebody, do that.
We'll do
Alexa, play 1,000 hours of fart noises on Spotify.
We'll do that during Theo's meditation break later today.
The fart noises.
Yeah, instead of the meditation background music that Theo gave me, I'll just
Perfect.
But
That'll
the thing
be-
is
that'll
Theo
be
can't
so.
hear what music's being played underneath her meditation break.
Take a deep breath.
Not that deep. That's too deep. Too deep of a breath. It's now 6:51 West Coast time, 9:51 out east. It's 1:51 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Seriously, though, Scott Chick is here. Kate Zaid, Versilla, thank you for everyone who's hanging out with us this morning. DRG has made an appearance as well. I am JF Down. Said, okay, so it's called The Fast and the Furious 4 million BC, starring Vin Diesel and Chris Pratt, two cavemen with need for speed. Since the invention of the wheel, two men have been pushing the boundaries of its limitations. What starts as a rivalry soon grows to a mutual respect and eventually a family. With Ryan Reynolds voicing Chris Pratt, The Fast and the Furious 4 million BC. Only on PC.
Stupid. Hate Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I think actually Downs had you hooked until Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I was on it, and then you said Chris Pratt, and I was like, and I'm out. I'll actively pick at this movie.
We're also serving Lobster Newberg after the show, so if you want to stick around for that National Lobster Newberg Day today. No guarantees if your lobster comes pregnant or not. So
Okay.
please quit eating that lobster right now. But I already ate it. Oh no. Not good. Let's do birthdays and stay in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know, because we would like to celebrate with you.
With me?
Sir Elton John is 75 today.
Great job, LT. He was nominated for the Best New Artist at the 1971 Grammys.
Wow.
But he lost to the Carpenters. That's weird. Why were they even at like a music thing?
Damn you, Carpenters.
Yeah, I mean, did they like make the shelving for somebody? And no, okay. I don't know.
No, they were building the set, and as they were leaving, they're like, "Oh, we'll take this too."
Huh.
Yeah. It was nice.
Crazy.
Dua Lipa has a song with Elton John that's out now.
It was about Carpenters.
No,
Oh,
it's amazing.
I thought maybe he'd make like one of those, like you know how rappers like make like beef tracks. I thought maybe Elton John made one with Dua Lipa about the Carpenters. Diss tracks, that's what they're called.
Do they wear their onion chains?
Yep. His would go something like this. I'm still alive.
You could do onion chains with your beef tracks. Actress Marcia Cross is 60 today.
Did you know that she got her start on the soap opera The Edge of Night?
No, but I've also never heard of The Edge of Night.
Apparently it's a soap opera.
So was the days of our lives. Actress Sarah Jessica Parker turns 57 today.
Great.
Wow.
She reprised her role as Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the Oh Wait, Nevermind, in something called And Just Like That. Just like that. Nobody knew what the hell you're talking about.
The whatever it's called.
Just like
Lark Voorhies played Lisa in Saved by the Bell, turns 48 today.
Jiminy Crickets. Okay.
Also 48 today is Laz Alonso, was in James Cameron's science fiction movie Avatar. Also in The Fast and the Furious, played Phoenix Calderon, perhaps. He's been a whole bunch of other things like Jarhead, This Christmas, and others. Laz Alonso is 48 today.
This Christmas, I gave you some farts.
It's a very fart-centric show from you today. And the cat just won't leave Sean alone. What is happening on this Friday? Maybe
Back to bed.
maybe the cat needs to go outside. Or maybe
Probably.
is
But
everyone
feed him
okay?
to Bear.
I was gonna say, is everyone okay in your house? Maybe there's something wrong.
what is it, Arturo?
Timmy fun on the way. Did V fall down the well? Is that what's going on, Tim? little Arturo.
Actor Lee Pace is 43 today.
Sure he is. You know, he was in Pushing Daisies. He was also nominated for a Primetime Emmy, but we'll never know if he won or lost.
Back when like the only TV that was available was on TV, my wife watched Pushing Daisies, and I could get behind like Gilmore Girls was fine. Like I had no problem watching that show. I could not get behind Pushing Daisies. Something about that show just did not enjoy.
Was there a show about gardening?
Yeah, probably.
I've never seen a single scene of Pushing Daisies.
I didn't know.
You could tell me that thing's about anything, and I'd believe it.
I think it was Kristen Chenoweth was in it.
Great.
It's a weird show. Former auto racer Danica Patrick is 40 today.
Nice. I saw her speak live once at a convention.
She's raced in both the Indy 500 and the Brickyard 400. Both held here in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Combines the Indianapolis Brickyard 900.
That'd be one heck of a race. Jimmy Pickens.
It'd actually be a little bit over 900 because they'd have to race from one to the other.
Also, after they won the Indianapolis 500, they'd have to drink milk for the entire Brickyard 400.
Bob likes it.
Okay. Actress-singer Catherine McPhee is 38 today.
She competed on The Masked Singer as Banana Split, apparently.
Spoilers.
I think this was like a while ago.
Spoiler tease.
However, there was a pretty big spoiler from the other night on The Masked Singer. When I say big, I mean 6'8", 360 pounds worth. It's Eagles right tackle Jordan Malaitai
Shaq.
was on it. It's crazy.
Shaq Planet.
I don't know. The one that lost. The
SHAQ.
Speaking of Shaq, Shaq played in the NBA. NBA's Kyle Lowry today is 36. I think Miami Heat now, yeah. He used to play for the Toronto Raptors, was part of their championship team back in 2019. Your Toronto Raptors.
Mine?
Yours.
I don't really like Raptors. They're kind of scary. They can open doors and stuff. Oh, it's we have a saxophonist. A saxophonist, Steve Norman of Spandau Ballet, 62. Way to go. You remember the band All Saints?
Yes.
I know Downs does. Apparently, singer Melanie Blatt of All Saints is 47. Music producer Ryan Lewis of Macklemore and Ryan Lewis is 34. It's a pretty good name.
Which one? Which one is he?
He's the non-Macklemore one. Oh. He doesn't shop at the thrift store. He shops at the Goodwill.
Isn't that the thrift store?
No. He goes to JCPenney. Fine. Okay. Target. What?
Today, actor-comedian Mary Gross is 69.
Nice.
Ew.
Nice.
Get it? Gross. I'm sure she's never heard that.
And no longer with us, birthday for Aretha Franklin.
With us still, it's James Lovell's 94th birthday. He was the guy in Apollo 13.
The movie? I love that movie.
Yeah, it wasn't real. It was just a movie.
With Tom Hanks?
Yeah, so it's Tom Hanks' 94th birthday.
Good morning to Last Checkpoint. Thanks for being here. This day in gaming history, we have one from before 1995, which means Sean gets to play a lawsuit or not lawsuit. 1993 was the year.
Not a lawsuit.
When Bob plays the didgeridoo, your answer is locked in. Last time we played this game, you actually had a very poor performance. Let's see if you bounce back.
True.
NEC releases the NEC PC Engine Duo R video game system in Japan.
Correct.
It was not
What's
a
a-
lawsuit.
What's a pirate's favorite PC engine?
Huh?
You'd think it would be the PC engine, but it was actually the Duo R. 2008, Square Enix put out Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII video game for PlayStation Portable.
Are we up to like Final Fantasy 68 at this point?
See, I would have thought that, not being a Final Fantasy person, but I think we're only into like the 20s, right?
16 is the next one.
Are you serious? It's still in the teens?
16 is the one that they've announced that seems like they might announce more anytime, but we'll probably see that game in like 7 years.
What comes out first, that or Grand Theft Auto, whatever's next?
Oh, GTA 6? Man. Probably GTA
5
6.
remastered, mastered again, redone, mastered like new.
The Masterful Edition.
the Master Chief Edition. Like, wait a second.
That's not right.
I think they use this somewhere else.
In 2009, Nintendo announced that it shipped more than 50 million units of its Nintendo Wii game console to date. Thing had a good start.
It was great. We still use ours.
Actually, we did too. Until we got a Switch, we were still using ours pretty often. So
Yeah, we use ours less. We still use it for bowling, mostly.
yeah,
But the Switch kind of takes its place.
my kids have also lost 70% of their Switch games, so we're about to just go back to the Wii. So
They lost them?
yes, I
you
have the
download them
exact
onto the
same
thing.
reaction. You lost them.
You lost the cartridge, huh?
Yeah. Digital downloads. Rest of the way. 2011, Nintendo launched the Nintendo 3DS in Europe, and in 2014, Activision Blizzard put out Diablo 3: Reaper of Souls for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and the PlayStation 3. There you go. All right, next
Sick.
hour. Yeah, this being International Waffle Day and many other days of the day, our list of the day is going to be jam-packed with goodness for you, so we can't wait to share what that will be. Also next hour, sports! Thanks again, Versilla, for the follow on Twitch. Hefty and Barb, thank you for the Facebook gaming likes. If you would be so kind as to go to facebook.com/gamingmorningshow and youtube.com/gamingmorningshow and give us a thumbs up on both of those. It does a huge help. We'll talk more about Duke basketball, the deleted Joker scene, International Waffle Day, and Sir Elton John turning 75, along with our topic of the day. Make a movie or show prehistoric that is trending on Twitter, and we'll have Happy Capster play 5 Questions GMS coming up in just over an hour from now. It is Friday, March 25th, 2022. Thanks for being here. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv.
On wings she set sail through the night. She'd like to play with the other ones, but she's frightened of the sun. All she wants is a little love and a little bit of blood. Wienerina at midnight digging up bones with her pet snake Ramon. Wienerina, her doghouse looks like a tomb. By the light of the moon she sneaks out. She'd like to fetch a ball and play, but the children see her and they run away. Hear her barking in the night. All she wants is love and a little bite. Wienerina.
Trying to heist something from like a bank.
That'd be a capo keeper.
I was thinking like capers, like the little.
What if it was like a
briny
little
balls.
briny ball?
Briny.
Do you think anyone's ever planned to steal a bunch of capers and it was a caper?
Ooh, yes, I like that. Coming this fall from Gaming Morning Show, caper. Also, Sushi has an Apex. This is fresh, hot off the presses. Can I think actually Austin's getting the news right now as we speak.
Oh yes.
Go ahead and toss it to me then. No, not the. Sorry, this is a news term. But that was better than I expected.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. The daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Become a Patreon and join our Discord. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. It is the Friday edition of the show, March 25th, 2022. It is great to see you. I am Hefty Goof. That is Look, It's Mike O, Sports.Gaming, left side of your screen. Just over an hour from now, Happy Capster plays 5 Questions GMS, our nonsensical questions game, ahead of the subathon that starts on the 27th. That's this Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific time. 8 hours is where it starts. It could go up to as many as 85, and we'll talk more about that coming up with Happy Capster at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time today. Also, Intella GDC continues on our friend Wallstormer's channel. That is coming up this evening. It is part of the GDC event that's going on right now in San Francisco, but then virtually as Wallstormer welcomes in different folks who have something to talk about right now with GDC going on. Check that out at twitch.tv/IntelliGame. Coming up tomorrow at noon Pacific time, it is the unveiling, the debut of GMS Plays Horizon Forbidden West episode 13. That premieres on our YouTube page. You can subscribe right now by going to youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. And then on Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific time, it is GMS Weekend Edition, a 1-hour show hosted by Chris Emmy and Austin Attack. And we'll look back at the gaming headlines of the week. Hey, it's Brendan_TTV and Kate Zaid will join in an interview with the Monterey Bay Aquarium.
So jealous on that one.
I don't know if they're...
Do you think the orcas will be there?
Yeah. Yeah. Why wouldn't they show up? I mean, listen, we bring a bear to every show. Least they could do is bring an orca.
With the bear of
and
the
a
sea.
psychotic lizard. What a nutbag.
It's Diego, the gaming morning show lizard.
Somebody in a Mustang just delivered my Amazon package.
Was it an electric Mustang?
It's a first. Yeah, sure.
Those are pretty okay.
Do those exist?
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta check them out. They're sick.
Oh. Sick, bro.
All right.
Jeez, Arturo. Knock over my empty coffee cup.
You can't do that.
I like how you had so many close calls, and then finally Arturo's gone, and it finally happened.
Knock it over. Goodness gracious.
Cracked. Quite. I Am Gaming is here. I learned this morning that I have a 6 degrees of separation type deal with the Lost City movie. My boss apparently played in a band with the brother of the directors.
Did they ever find the D?
I can't
Was
wait
it
to
as
watch
big
this.
as they promised.
Yeah. Does it work as well as Kiki Lowe's D?
You know what they say about a big deck.
We're talking about a keyboard, not a deck.
Oh boy.
I mean, Bob has a point. Like, deck does start with the letter D, so.
I feel like Bob hears every like fourth word, and is like, "Yeah, I'll just fill in the rest."
Yeah.
He's
Plenty of
basically
air in
my
here.
child.
No need to worry.
Great.
Maybe it is an oxygen thing. We just haven't put enough.
Probably right.
Yeah, we probably haven't changed the HEPA filter in the box for a while, so that could
The
be
what?
it too.
Peppa Pig filter.
We're supposed to change that?
Hi, I'm HEPA Pig. I hope you breathe better. All right, there you go. We're asking you to make a movie prehistoric today. Downs opened up with a Fast and the Furious type movie, but it's set in 4 million BC. So there's Kate Zaid abstained, but this does tell us that Kate loves lobster because today is Lobster Newberg Day. So there's that. International Waffle Day, Tolkien Reading Day. If we have time, we'll try to read you all of the Lord of the Rings series.
I think we'll have time.
Yeah?
They're not that long.
Yeah, maybe after the renews, we'll get it in between that and like takeaways that are pretty okay.
We got the Micro Machines guy, maybe.
It is Pecan Day, National Medal of Honor Day, and it is also Maryland Day. So, I'm going to ask Mike to jump into the party because it was destroyed again.
Why do you hate me?
Epic's
We
like,
have a new party.
Mike is taking Rocket League seriously for the first time in forever, so Epic's like, no, not going to
For the
happen.
first time in forever, I hit the ball. For the first time in forever, I can climb up the wall. I still don't know how to fly, but I can score pretty good. For the first time in forever, I'm kind of good.
Mules are better than horses. Michael, don't you think that's true?
I think Bob, like you said, Bob only listens to certain parts of the show, and so heard you singing Frozen. Wanted to participate.
That's okay. I like what Bob says.
Bob is good with it.
I like it. Diego, do you like it? Oh, Diego pooped. Great. That means he likes it a lot. Yeah.
I was gonna say, is that a yes?
The more he poops, the better it is. Yeah.
It's like the
Totally
Rotten
a fact.
Tomatoes scale. But with poop.
It's the Rotten Dookie scale.
Huh.
Sean totally just was like, screw it, I'm doing it myself.
Sorry, off-road.
Yeah, nice fly in there. Quiet Time Gaming says the movie, The Lost City or whatever, kind of meets the Alien Anonymous Memorial Pretty Okay scale. So
That's good.
oh, balls.
I didn't go to back you up because I thought that
Nah,
you
I
had.
should've had-
I'm telling you, there's the field of view is having trouble today. We're just narrowly missing everything. Sean's is fine, but Mike and me are just a bit off.
Just a bit outside.
Nice drive though. You were right on top of that goal. Have the flames flying down. It's beautiful.
Well, had Sean not gone that one, I would have hit it. So, one way or the other.
Wait a
One
minute.
way or the other. Stop.
Uh-oh, it's latched into your head, isn't it? It's locked in.
Sure is.
Yep. It's like yesterday with a
It
short
sure
skirt
is.
and a long anus.
It's back.
You know this Morissette?
Analist Morissette.
What he just
She
said,
sang that
Bob.
song. She was the original singer of that song.
Beck covered.
Facts.
I got this. I got it. I don't got it.
In front of the goal, not in front of the goal, not in front of the goal. Hefty, don't hit it in the goal.
I was trying to hit the people. I failed, but I tried to hit the people. I had
Ryan's
plans.
playing the enforcer.
Yep.
So I can fly, I just can't control where I go.
Yeah, that's the next evolution of flying for me as well. No clue where I'm going, but we're going up in there.
Well, and once you can fly, then you need to learn how to fly twice as high.
I should look in a book.
Take a look. It's in a hot dog.
This is your captain speaking. We're departing on this flight. We're not quite sure where we're going, but just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Please keep your seatbelts buckled. It might get a little bumpy here. Take a look in a book.
What's LeVar Burton doing here? Take a look.
It's funny, I'm actually going to the library as soon as we're off the air. And I'm not going to be taking a look in any book. Instead, I will be looking in the movie section to get movies for the car ride.
I thought everyone was going to be reading a book on the way out there.
No, my kids claim they get car sick.
But not with movies.
Now,
Or the Switch.
or the Switch. Correct.
Okay.
I'm going to be playing the Switch while I'm driving.
Look, Michael is not going to be driving while playing the Switch. That's just an absolute joke. With his feet.
I have Audible, and I've got like 98 credits because I haven't listened to anything ever. And I got some book called like Steel and Germs, and
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
it says it's a 16-hour read. So
It's a big book.
yeah, so I'm gonna read that and hopefully not fall asleep.
Germs, guns, and steel. I think
That
is-
one, yeah, it's like the story of mankind and our evolution into stuff and things.
Yeah, Mike's going to Florida. He's going to enjoy Disney World.
Disney World, SeaWorld. We were going to see a space rocket launch on the 30th, but that has been scratched. However, it looks like they're going to be trying to do the makeup on April 2nd, which is good because we're spending we're spending like 5 days in Orlando. And then after Orlando, we're spending 2.5 days in Cape Canaveral. And our hotel is right on the beach, about 1.5 miles from the launch site. And we go there on the 2nd. So hopefully we'll be able to watch the space launch from our hotel. That would be pretty freaking sweet.
Downs is wondering, 16 hours, how often do you stop?
It depends. I try to stop as least as I can. Bathroom stops are always needed because I will be. I don't drink soda often, but on trips I drink Dr. Pepper because it like hypes me up. So I have 2 of the big Dr. Pepper, not the 2 liters, but they're like maybe they're 1 liters. I don't know. So I'll be drinking a bunch of those. So I have to stop whenever those hit me. And I have the bladder of a 4-year-old, so that'll be tricky.
Dr. Pepper sounds good. I haven't had a Dr. Pepper in a long time.
I'll tell you what, I will not be having a space soda. That stuff was nasty.
You don't want a Starlight Dr. Pepper?
I don't know.
Well, have a fun trip. I hope the drive goes well. Be sure to send us plenty of videos. Please.
Okay, bye.
Send us fun stuff. Like videos and pictures and whatnot.
Videos of pictures?
Yes.
Videos of pictures and pictures of videos.
It'll be fun. We're geeked. And on top of that, next no, not next. The 5th is my oldest 15th birthday. And she doesn't know it yet. But she's getting an iPhone.
She doesn't know it's her birthday.
Nope. She does. We got her. This is my oldest old iPhone, so we got it her because we have like some cheap one now, or not cheap, but it's one where like she can't like send pictures or do anything really, because it was like her first foray into cell phones. But now, since we're going to Florida tonight, we're gonna give her this one. Nice. And let her like add a couple of things. I already put like Spotify and stuff on there, but now she can like send pictures to her friends and take videos and do all sorts of
spoiler tease.
Yeah.
You want further proof that most in our families don't watch the show?
Yeah, right there.
Like
and Gracie, if you're watching, you should be doing schoolwork. Turn off the show.
Mike didn't even have to worry about like. Look, its wifo happened to be next to his daughter to happen to overhear it because Look, its wifo's not watching either. So.
Well, it should be in class. If they're not in class, we gotta talk.
You should install Twitch on there and force her to subscribe to the Gaming Morning Show.
The only thing she gets is the Gaming Morning Show.
Yep.
Look, its daughter. Oh.
Everything else is locked except for this.
It's 7:27 West Coast, 10:27 out east. It is 2:27 for those watching GMS in the UK. Among the things that are trending today, Duke basketball won yesterday. We'll have that coming up in sports in about 20 minutes from now. Now it's time for our list of the day. Mike likes interesting things, so here's some really interesting stuff. Do you want to know what it is? Well, let me tell you. Actually, there's a bird outside that's just staring at me. It's not one of my bluebirds, though. It looks really angry. I can't figure out why. I mean, it's just a bird. Go away, little birdie. Your friends are leaving. Can you understand me, bird? Anyway, here's Jake's facts about Maryland that you didn't know, or maybe you did. At least pretend you didn't know them, so Jake feels better.
Jake from State Farm?
Sounds hideous.
Ba 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 ba.
Jake from State Farm.
I'm loving it. What?
Oh, this is because it's National Maryland Day. Or it's just Maryland Day. We're going to jakesmoving.com for this one. Jake's Moving and Storage. The wacky and the weird. 10 facts about Maryland you probably don't know. Jake's Moving wrote this in July of 2018.
It's listed wonky facts about Maryland.
It's good. It's good.
What?
1.
Judges wear red in Maryland.
Sean, a judge?
Oh, this is a
black shirt.
Severus Snape. I know that name. That name is from Harry Potter.
Written by J.R. Tolkien.
Anyway, if you go to, the Maryland Court of Appeals, you'll notice that they wear red or scarlet. Apparently, it's a connection to English common law. In the 14th century, England and Wales enjoyed a colorful assortment of robes that varied with the seasons.
2.
The red robes are coming. Number 2, opening of the first U.S. school. Education has always been a prominent and ever influencing factor in Maryland culture, regardless of the century being researched. The state of Maryland was responsible for opening the first ever U.S. school. The Boston Latin School opened in 1635. It was considered the first public school in what would become the U.S. John Hancock and Samuel Adams graduated from there. Even Benjamin Franklin attended, but he dropped out before graduating.
Ben Franklin didn't graduate high school?
That was a slacker.
Yeah, don't tell people because it's ammo. It's like, I don't need to finish high school.
Look, if you don't finish high school, you'll never do anything good with your life. Like, invent the U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah, Benjamin Franklin didn't finish.
3.
Number 3. It's the home to several past capitals. So D.C. didn't become our nation's capital until 1790. Previous several other cities held the honor, including Annapolis and Baltimore. After British troops took over Philly, America's temporary capital, in 1776, the Continental Congress moved headquarters to Baltimore. It's also moved through Pennsylvania and New Jersey before moseying back to Maryland, where they went to Annapolis. It was Washington gave his resignation speech, and the Treaty of Paris there. Today, the Maryland State House remains as the nation's oldest capital still being used, or the AARP.
4.
Harriet Tubman, American abolitionist and political activist, was born into slavery in Maryland. Helped many escape to the north, taking over 300 with her. Was born in Dorchester County. Became one of the leading abolitionists the world had ever known. They made their way to
her last night.
Say that again.
We were talking about her last night at dinner. I don't remember why, but yeah, she's incredible.
Was it because you knew it was Maryland Day?
Sure did, and I knew this list was going to be here. And I was like, let's just cut it off at the head and just go there.
Because it didn't seem like that title was made up on the spot by any means. So it's probably prepared it last night. So
very much so.
5.
Number 5 is the remembrance of the Battle of Antietam. Marylanders apparently love history, and that's part of the reason why anyone walking by the Antietam National Battlefield around December 1st of each year will see thousands of flickering lights. Each of the 23,000 candles represents a soldier killed in the bloodiest day in American history.
Is this related to Tangled?
Yes.
Because there were the floating lanterns in Tangled.
I don't think they float. They're on the ground.
No, I heard flickering lights.
It's a weird place, Antietam. Like you just feel the heaviness when you're there. It's crazy.
6.
Sauron. Oh God. This guy's legacy may or may not be named George Calvert. Sir George Calvert's legacy I'm not going to say his name again, but that guy was an English statesman hoping to find somewhere he could practice his Roman Catholicism in peace. The result was the province of Maryland. He left a stamp through the region. He was renamed Baron Baltimore in the eyes of the church after declaring his religion and becoming a supervillain. Several counties are also named after him or his offspring after the Maryland state flag. Oh, it's the family. A lot of people have seen the Maryland state flag. They've got like that really cool symbol shield thing. It was on the Ravens helmet for a while. Apparently, that's his family's coat of arms. Go figure.
Super.
It was somebody something, but I don't know what it was.
Super villain.
7.
His name was Baron Baltimore. You're gonna tell me he didn't turn into a supervillain? Like,
It just sounds like an NBA mascot.
The official sport of Maryland is apparently jousting, the world's oldest sport on horseback. If we had time, we'd have Sports.Gaming reveal the other 5 oldest sports on horseback, but we can't right now. Apparently it was very popular in the territory, and today it survives through competitions and numerous groups. I'd love to see some jousting.
8.
Number 8, Maryland state anthem. Maryland is widely known as a liberal state, but when its anthem was written, times were turbulent. America was in the throes of the Civil War, and the lyrics certainly show it. Northerners are referred to as scum, and Abraham Lincoln is named a tyrant. Debates have soared as to whether the song should be retired or not.
What? Like they are like,
hey,
hey,
lyrics for the Maryland state anthem.
I feel as perhaps you guys should use another song.
update the song, man.
9.
All right, Sean,
boy,
sing it.
Oh man, it has 9 verses.
Oh my gosh! All right, kids, sing the state song. Go.
They sing it before they start their day at school, and then they get done with it, and it's time to go home.
Oh my gosh. Well, number 9. If you're gonna get crabs, why not make them blue? We'll put it this way: over half of total landings, including blue crabs, come from the Chesapeake Bay. It's the state's most valuable commercial fishery. However, the demand for their succulent meat has led to a drastic population decline. So much so that between 2012 and 13, their population experienced a 465 million dip. Thanks, Baron Baltimore. The state established new harvest limits in 2008 to staunch the drops. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, there's something not lining up here.
I'm not a math whiz. I failed college algebra, but so 2012 and 2013 there was a population dip, correct? But in 2008 they launched new harvest limits, which aided in population recovery efforts. So how come 4 years later there was a 400
the biggest dip ever?
It doesn't sound like it's doing good. It didn't aid in anything.
Gotta get to the bottom of the state song, the Great Crab Disappearance.
I'm gonna send Jake an email and ask him what the heck.
I think we all need to go to Maryland and figure some of this stuff out.
Yeah, for real.
Let's head to the chopper. 1, 0.
Ouija boards. Apparently, the person, Helen Peters, was a spiritual medium, and somebody else named Charles Kennard was an entrepreneur, and together they created the talking board game. In 1890, the board spelled out the name it would be forever known as, Ouija. The name stuck and eventually patented by Elijah Bond, Peter's brother-in-law, and today you can visit his gravestone, which is modeled after, you guessed it, a Ouija board. No
Don't
word
worry,
if
if you're thinking about moving, you can call Jake and I'll send you a book.
True. No word if
Hopefully
there's a Mario board.
What?
It's just a Ouija board. Mario and Ouija. Actually, after you're going on vacation. Do you want to get Jake's book?
Nope. Sure don't. I hope in the book they have the state anthem.
All 9 verses of it.
I can know it before they send it. You know. If I move there, I gotta know all 9 verses.
Thanks, Jake.
State
Farm. Sports coming up. In about 10 minutes from now. Right now, it's time to see what Maiko is tracking at this hour.
I didn't know anymore. In this hour or story, something we're gonna dive deep into math in Maryland.
Again?
Maryland math. Just kidding. What we're actually going to do, though, is we're going to go somewhere close to Maryland, which is Virginia, which they're basically the same place. Because according to Ida Domingo from ABC St. Louis, she tells us, in the past month, Americans have experienced higher prices when filling up at the gas station. That's right. Authorities say one Virginia man almost faced a charge after he struggled to pay a hefty bill at the gas station, but thankfully he returned the next day to pay his bill. According to the Stafford County Sheriff's Office, on Thursday at 5:14 a.m., Deputy D.T. Albrecht responded to a MAPCO gas station for a larceny report. The clerk told Albrecht that a regular customer had purchased 86 gallons of fuel on March 22nd for $416.95. But he was only able to pay a small portion of the bill, leaving a balance of $352.08. Police said the customer had promised to return to pay the remaining bill, but the clerk was concerned when the customer had not returned by the next day and called the sheriffs. When Albrecht made contact with the customer, the man was already on his way to pay off the balance. The tab was eventually they paid the bill and everything's fine. That's all you gotta do. That's it.
Hey, Mike, you can use a vacation.
Really, I don't know what's happening. It's ridiculous.
So what you're saying is he paid off the bill?
Subsequently, he paid off the bill.
Fantastic. There you go.
Sir George Calvert.
Oh, God.
They were waiting for the Baron of Baltimore to show up to pay that off. But the super villain.
Super villain extraordinaire. Couldn't backflip on it. That's crazy. That's 88 gallons of gas
On the wall.
86 gallons. I mean, what's he doing with all that?
That is a lot of gas.
He's a prepper.
Maybe he was trying to steal a crane. Needed a lot of gas. There's a callback.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we've had the story about someone tried to steal a crane, but calling a moving company to do it.
Yep. Called his tow truck to move.
Did he call Jake?
No.
From the moving company.
That's the problem. Had he called Jake, he probably would have been fine. Especially if he got the book.
That's so good. What a fun week of stories. Hopefully next week we don't get a story about a group of a family from Indiana was traveling in Florida. Hopefully that doesn't.
Indiana man was removed from Disney World after demanding to see Baron Baltimore.
Next
Your
hour.
job while you're at Disney World is to try to convince someone that Baron Baltimore is like a Disney character, like an old Disney character.
I'm looking
from like the Great Mass Detective.
I'm looking for the autograph of Baron Baltimore. I think he's over in Adventureland. So okay, I'll be right back. Or you go to SeaWorld and you find him at the oil exhibit. Nice, Mike. Nice.
I hit
Nice.
the wall.
We got sports coming up after this. We'll also tell you about a yeast-free pizza dough that's coming your way. We'll do that next hour with Look It's Michael. We got 5 questions GMS coming up as well. If you missed our last episode with Charlie Rosen, the leader of the 8-Bit Big Band, that's on your YouTube page. You can find it at youtube.com/gamingmorningshow.
Take that, Mayumi. Whatever your name is.
The Baron of Baltimore. What are you looking forward to most on your trip? Because you're doing so much, it's probably hard to pick.
Yeah. Actually, the Haunted Mansion is my... Yeah. I've wanted to go to the Haunted Mansion forever. So I'm really, really excited to go to the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, that's my favorite ride. Oh my gosh. Oh. I didn't think I was going to hit the ball. I was trying to hit the person. No, it worked out. So seriously, I was trying to cut off that person because I thought it was going to go in. And I ended up knocking... Like, I have been just... Like, I didn't even try to hit it that time, and I hit it. I've been trying to hit it all morning, and I can't hit it. I don't know what's going on in this game. Chris Amies
that has not yet been confirmed.
Says you're not looking forward to having a beer with Quiet?
I'm hoping that can happen, but nothing has been set in stone yet because we don't know, A, how far Quiet is from where we'll be, and also just schedule details.
Well, I have been told by Quiet I'm Gaming that you can see the space shuttle launches from where Quiet is, so if you know, if you're that close to Quiet, I'm sure you can have a beer, because I'm sure the space shuttles are pretty small.
They're just itty-bitty. Little bouncy boys.
Yep. Hello, Drew Mega. Thanks for being here this morning. Our topic of the day is make a movie or show prehistoric. It was trending on Twitter this morning. Also, if you've seen the deleted Joker scene, don't say anything about it because apparently it's a big spoiler.
What just happened?
You scored.
Apparently,
just
I
as
was
you
driving
intended.
away. Okay, I mean, I'll take it.
Kate Zaid says, I want to have a beer with Quiet. See Quiet's real name. Imagine having a beer with someone whose name you don't even know. And then Kate Zaid says, actually, I dated a guy whose name I didn't know. So I guess having a beer isn't that weird. I still don't know Sean's real name, so.
It's true. It's true. Sean is my pen name.
And we've been brothers-in-law for generations. That makes it sound like my father's father was your brother-in-law. My father's father was your brother-in-law. Drew Mega says, I watched the deleted scene. I'm not sure I'd call it a really big spoiler. Listen, I'm just being cautious, Drew Mega. Last thing I want to do is ruin a comic book movie. So I'm just being cautious.
Don't make me order paper towels, Drew. Oh, I tried to use hefty.
Oh, man.
Are you gonna get Cal Kinesis's lightsaber?
No, we're not. Well, I'm not going. We're not going to the Hollywood Adventureville Land Park ton.
Is there a Star Wars land in both Disneyland and Disney World?
Yeah.
But you're not going to that?
No. We're only going for 2 days to the parks, and we're going to Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom because it's really freaking expensive. Yeah. And the girls really wouldn't have gotten anything out of the park, and I don't want to spend like a day away from the family to do that. So, I'm not going to do that. So,
Quiet, take him to a Star Wars land for your beer.
If it wasn't like $108 for the ticket, maybe.
But if you think about
Actually,
it,
I think
with
it's
the beer,
more than that.
with the beer, it'd only be 130 if you think about it.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha. Well, no, because then I'd end up like buying a freaking lightsaber, and Megan would be pissed off at me, and
bring a coupon.
nothing good. What?
Sean can make you a coupon that says redeem for one free life lightsaber.
I'll write you a note.
My
I have a
doctor
doctor's
says
note.
I have to get a free lightsaber.
I don't want this thing, but my doctor said I have to have it. So. I thought that.
I can write you a letter that says it's medically necessary, and then you could try to get it as a tax write-off.
Great.
What's the thing on the airplane's emotional support animals, right? Maybe you could have an emotional support lightsaber.
Emotional support lightsaber.
I mean, emotional support animals are good. Like, it's important.
gosh.
So I hate to make light of it, but you could try it. So, KJ, thank you for the like on Facebook Gaming this morning. We are on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. We have Happy Capster joining us coming up in 30 minutes from now to play 5 Questions GMS. They have a subathon that starts on Sunday, so we'll tell you more about that and learn more about Happy Capster and their stream. Quiet Time Gaming says that don't cost any money to get in, including a
He
handful
said
of video game
we have many fine establishments outside of Disney for such things.
There's gonna
any money.
be a person in one of those bars being like, "Hey, you want a lightsaber?" I am Cal Chrysilis, so
Cal Chrysilis?
I don't know. I tried to type because we had that story. Was it yesterday? I think, or the day before. And so I put that into the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News that you can watch on our Instagram and TikTok. And I didn't know this person's name, so I had to really concentrate hard to type their name. I remember it was Cal, and then the second name started with a K. And every time that I tried to type it, it changed it to Chrissy because we have a friend named Chrissy, and it was frustrating me. So is somebody just going to tell me the name of this person, please?
I still want you to find out.
It's Cal Kinesis.
Kalamazoo.
Cassis?
Castus.
With a T. I'm so close. Damn it.
So close.
So close.
Or Kestis. Kestis. With an E.
Kinesiology.
Kinesiology.
Nailed it. Well, thanks for being here. It's 7:51 West Coast. It's 10:51 out East. It is 2:51 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. It's time for sports. Yesterday, the Mets probably played.
Yep, sure do. They played the Miami Marlins of Miami.
And so, did the Mets win?
Yes.
Bob plays the didgeridoo. Your answer's locked in. Mike, did the Mets win?
He sure did.
Correct.
Congratulations.
I'm in the middle of a streak.
Your Los Angeles Angels beat your Chicago Cubs 5-4. Both teams are 4-3 in spring training baseball.
Great.
There's nothing we need to track with spring training baseball, right? Like, it's not important, correct?
It's just nice to have, since we didn't think we'd have it.
Okay. You don't know what you're missing until it's gone.
You don't always get what you say.
Yesterday, your Villanova Wildcats beat Michigan 63-55.
Sure did. Michigan shouldn't even have been there, so it's fine.
Yeah, pretty good game. Number 2 Villanova wins. Houston takes out one of the number 1 seeds, Arizona, 72-60. Meanwhile, Arkansas, I think this is where Harry Styles went to school, if I'm not mistaken.
Arkansas's favorite harpsichord player.
Beat top seed Gonzaga 74-68. So 2 number 1 seeds fall on Thursday.
Noobs.
Kansas is the only one that remains. They play tonight.
Bizarre. Meanwhile, Mike Krzyzewski, the Duke coach, moved within 1 win of a record-setting 13th trip to the Final Four as the Blue Devils beat Texas Tech 78-73. I kind of dislike what I'm experiencing right now, but I despise Duke with every fiber of my being, but I always kind of liked Coach K. So I keep having no problem with seeing Coach K win in his farewell tour, but like I think that's going to end if they make the Final Four. It's like, all right, that was fun. Yeah, okay, good for you, Coach K. Yep, get out of here.
I couldn't care less about Coach K. Whatever.
The Denver Broncos stadium was on fire yesterday.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Those their spring practices are going really well.
Apparently started.
That stadium was on fire. No.
Is that a metaphor? No.
No,
literally on fire. Burned at least 6 rows of seats in 2 sections. They were able to get the blaze under control, but they are trying to figure out how much damage there is. Apparently, a fire started in a construction zone, according to Associated Press. At least 100 people were attending an event on the second floor. The stadium was empty. Otherwise, no injuries were reported. 75 firefighters had to show up. The thing that I learned yesterday on Twitter was apparently the plastic that the seats are made out of is incredibly good at burning, but also creates a lot of black smoke, so it's very difficult to see through it. So I'm sure that didn't help. Yeah.
Eek.
I'm definitely not worried that this is a metaphor for the Broncos' upcoming season. Hopefully it's not a sign. So. Yeah, that's all I got. Any other sports?
I had something. USA Soccer last night played Mexico to a draw, meaning that the U.S. is still in second in the Hex, meaning that we're in good condition thus far to qualify for the World Cup in 2026, I think. But we're doing pretty good. We're doing great. We're doing wonderful. Everyone's doing fantastic. But yeah, U.S. Soccer and I think I mentioned yesterday, the city of New York has lifted the ban on unvaccinated players from home for playing. However, Canada is still saying, we don't give a crap. You're not vaccinated, you don't get to play, leading a whole bunch of people to bitch and moan about it, when they should actually be directing that anger at the players, because it's like really, really easy to get a shot. Like super duper spectacularly easy to just get vaccinated, and then we wouldn't have this problem. But yeah, there's a lot of really angry people at Canada. They're saying it's going to give them a competitive advantage. Well, then get the freaking boost and get the shot. So that's been a huge debate. Huge. There's a lot of master debaters talking about it right now.
Good morning, KJ. Thanks for being here. Quiet Gaming was kind of hoping Michigan would go all the way because UCF beat them early in the season, getting them transitive wins, according to Quiet. Also, regarding the Broncos stadium being on fire. Oh, so that's why I kept seeing memes of Pete Carroll with a gas can. Interesting. Ridiculous. All right, well, there's your sports. Next hour, we'll play 5 Questions GMS with Happy Capster ahead of the subathon coming up on Sunday. GMS Weekend Edition comes your way on Sunday as well, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Kate Zaid and Hey, it's Brendan_TTV will be your panelists, and we'll have an interview with the Monterey Bay Aquarium. That's coming up at 7 a.m. on Sunday. So we're excited for that. Sean's got to go do stuff, maybe take out Bear's trash or something like that. I don't know.
Something.
Take Arturo to the vet.
Find out what's wrong with that guy.
Yeah, Arturo was not doing okay. So everyone say goodbye to Sean.
Goodbye to Sean.
We'll come back with more. It's the Friday edition, March 25th, 2022. Thanks for being with us. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv.
Get it.
counting myself out of this game. It feels like hell. Remember to still be humble. When people ask what's going on around me. When people ask what's going on around me. Baby, here's my notice. I'm moving forward past this. Acting like I'm so fearless. But in reality, I'm scared crapless. Oh no, it's my turn to change the narrative towards self-worth. We're changing things. Now I'm in charge, darling. Don't be afraid to hear a story that makes you feel so blue. These are happening daily. So go and help someone who needs to become free. Oh yeah, we're all becoming free.
Speaking out loud, trying to make you proud, finding my place in your heart. Just tell me what you want to hear, since I'm feeling out with fear. Can't believe you're near, so let's stay right here. You're really making me see all of the good we can be here in your arms, counting all the stars. Oh, 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 when will you have time to keep me in your life? So, oh, oh, our past is forgotten, our stories rewritten. Seeing you smile, make it last for a while. Showing you my world and my heart. Just tell me what you want to hear, since I'm feeling out with fear. Can't believe you're near, so let's stay right here. You're really making me see all of the good we can be here in your arms, counting all the stars. Oh, 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 when will you
All right, let's gather round to read the Moose Book. There was a mooster in Worcester. There's a moose loose about the hoose. Shake it loose in your hoose, that moose. I would call it a truce with the moose, maybe spruce up the hoose. Dr. Seuss writing about the hoose in which the moose shook loose an overused spruce. The moose that encountered a truck's caboose is the moose named Bruce. I'm loose, said the moose, Bruce, as he threw up a deuce. Fun fact, Bruce the moose actually starred in Footloose. Snitches get stitches like mooses get looses. Obtuse rubber goose, green moose, guava juices. Goose and moose called a truce over being loose around Bruce. A moose nuisance is a moosance. You better write about the moose, no excuse. You're welcome. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, we play 5 questions and GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 3, right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. We are so excited to have you along for the ride. That is Look, it's Mike O, left side of your screen. I'm Hefty Goof. We have one more hour of this show, and then Mike is going to go on a multi-state tour, a trip that apparently is longer than if JF Downs were to drive from one side to the other side of his country.
I'm just happy it's not. So when we went before to visit the in-laws, it was like 19 hours. And that was a lot longer than 16 hours. Unless you're in Maryland, and then that's up for debate. Who knows? It could be more, it could be less. We don't really know what time is there. But yeah, it's going to be it'll probably be about 16, 17 hours by the time all is said and done with traffic and such. I'm hoping that I worked out the timing well enough that we'll be out right on the head of a lot of the chaos. Mm-hmm. So we're going to hit Atlanta probably about 2 a.m. And theoretically, there should be less traffic at that point. But because I think theoretically there'll be less, that probably means there'll be more. So, yeah.
What a pleasant little surprise that you may encounter.
It's like a game, you know? Like, sucks or not sucks. You know? I think it's a game.
Yeah. You can play that the whole way there.
Hardy.
The whole way there.
Not hardy.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll play 5 questions GMS with Happy Capster coming up in about 15 minutes from now, ahead of the subathon that starts on Sunday. IntelliGame is having IntelliGDC. It continues today at twitch.tv/IntelliGame. So check things out. I believe this weekend is a Clip ME from Chris ME, so you can check that out, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Brendan's streaming this weekend, Kate likely streaming, and many, many others in your chat. You can find many of them on Twitter and other places, so be sure to check out all the folks who are doing cool things on the internet. We are excited to also have takeaways that were pretty okay, and a clip of the day coming up later this hour as well. All right, let's go ahead and say hello.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
To the Final Hour crew, Ambassador, hey, it's Brendan_TTV is here. It's good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us. Kate Zaid Superphonic.
Hello, FHC.
Is here with the FHC, so is Dungeon Meowster KJ. Excited to see you this morning. Aforementioned Kate Zaid, Chris M.E., Quiet I Am Gaming, who Mike has guaranteed and promised 100% without failure to meet in Florida.
Shh. Quiet is gaming.
Drew Mega with us as well. Many, many others who have joined us throughout the show. Thanks again for the follow on Twitch to Varsilla, and thank you for the likes on Facebook Gaming to Barb and KJ. That goes a long way to help us out. We always appreciate that as well. Today on Twitter, the following hashtag was trending. That was make a movie or show prehistoric. I Am JF Downs took care of that right out of the gate and built us a movie based around the Fast and the Furious. This is the plot for the upcoming movie. The Fast and the Furious 4 million BC, starring Vin Diesel and Chris Pratt, 2 cavemen with a need for speed. Since the invention of the wheel, 2 men have been pushing the boundaries of its limitations. What starts as a rivalry soon grows to mutual respect and eventually a family. Chris Pratt, voiced by Ryan Reynolds. It's The Fast and the Furious 4 million BC.
I don't even want to see Chris Pratt's face. Should it just be Ryan Reynolds instead of Chris Pratt?
Playing Chris Pratt, Ryan Reynolds.
I'll take it. If you haven't seen The Adam Project, watch it. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds is a much better actor than Chris Pratt.
Did Ryan Reynolds cut a deal with Netflix? I'm guessing he did, right?
Why?
Because he's had like 3 or 4 Netflix movies out in the span of like 4 days. One movie a day.
Honestly, at this point, I think it's kind of... I wouldn't be shocked if actors aren't going to do that, because mean, why not, right? And streaming, I think, is the future of movies as opposed to going into the germ-infested germ house of the germlands.
Wasn't that the name of the book you're reading on the way to Florida?
I mean, mostly, yeah. It's people stealing germs or germs, and Adam saying, I don't know.
Quiet says, I am also available to drive out to you if that helps. You could check out my stang.
Ooh. Sounds dirty. Sorry, I'm married.
Quiet would like you to meet him in a shady corner of a parking lot to check out his stang.
We're going to go meet at a Publix. Meet you in the frozen food section.
Are you going to get a pub sub?
A what?
A pub sub.
What the hell is that?
It's the sub sandwich that you get at Publix. And it's apparently a big,
oh,
big
really?
deal.
I had no idea.
Yeah?
No, I've never been to a Publix.
All right. Well, while you're checking out Quiet's staying, you can eat a pub sub.
Great. Wonderful.
Dowds goes, would you rather Ryan Reynolds voiced by Chris Pratt or Chris Pratt voiced by Ryan Reynolds?
I'd rather Ryan Reynolds voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. Seal that up pretty airtight.
I'd rather Ryan Reynolds voiced by Adam Sandler.
Today is International Waffle Day. It's also Sir Elton John's 75th birthday. Lost to the Carpenters at the Grammys in 71. Never got over it.
Never.
It's going to win one this year with Dua Lipa, though. Mark my words.
Yep.
Mark my words. Apparently Adam Sandler did have a deal with Netflix. I thought that because, there were a whole bunch of Adam Sandler movies that came out.
Straight to crap movies. Yep.
What? They weren't that bad. The one where, like,
were they?
He and Chris Rock, like, I think Chris Rock's daughter is marrying Adam Sandler's son or vice versa or something like that. That was fine.
Was it?
It was fine. Okay. Yeah. A rousing review.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Why haven't you watched Shang-Chi then?
This was 14 years ago.
Was Netflix around 14
I don't know. It was a long
kidding.
time.
Yeah, they were.
Chris M.E. says, I don't think Ryan Reynolds has that kind of arrangement.
Yeah, I don't know if Blake Lively would let him. She'd be like, no. Like, what?
Why aren't Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds in a movie together?
Why aren't they?
Yeah, like, that would be a great movie.
Would it?
Maybe. I like them both.
So this is going to sound really terrible. Blake Lively is a lovely person. Physically and, like, personally. But I don't think she's that great an actress.
Ouch. Get wrecked, Blake Lively.
I mean, she's not bad, but I think Ryan Reynolds is a phenomenal actor. And I don't think that would be a good combination, if I'm honest.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds' abs are pretty good actors, you know what I mean?
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever heard him in a movie.
Quiet Night Gaming after that roast, more like Blake Deadly.
I mean, she's a wonderful human being. I just don't think she's an amazing.
Did you watch enough Gossip Girl?
Oh, God, no.
That's probably your problem.
Oh, is that's the problem?
Watch some Gossip Girl and then you figure it out. XOXO.
I saw that movie where she was like with those dudes who robbed things with John Carter or whatever, and the guy from the whatchamacallit movie, the Battleship. That wasn't a very good movie. Wild Savages. You're talking
about the actual like Battleship movie with Rihanna?
Yeah. The dude who played the main character.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Centered.
I know that doesn't surprise you, but
it's actually, I think it's a great movie. People roast it all the time. It's entertaining. If you're watching a movie to be entertained, that's a perfect movie for it. However, if you're watching a movie because you want to watch a good movie, not the movie to watch.
We're getting news from Brendan. Pretty sure they met when they did a movie together. Okay. Why?
Just into the newsroom.
Why haven't they done a movie since getting married?
Because they enjoy being married.
Chris goes, why isn't Hefty Wife ever on GMS? Hefty Wife doesn't like to act. You know, if we didn't have cameras nor microphones, Hefty Wife would love being on the show. We're two very different people who happen to be married. Bump, bump.
Look, it's waifus in the same boat. There's been a couple of times where she's like, I'll play like Stardew with you, but I don't want to be on camera or audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and the worst part of the whole thing, too, is Hefty Wife has a very solid voice that is very useful, especially when we were doing commercial production back in the day at the radio station. And so I could never, ever, ever have her easily, like, accept my invitation to come be the voice of, you know, whomever in our radio commercials. It was very frustrating.
This guy has RL in his name. He must be a pro.
No, real life.
As opposed to fake life, guys.
Yeah, so actually plays Rocket Balls in real life.
Rocket Balls.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket Balls!
That was my favorite Elton John song.
Oh, nice, easy. Get out! Thank you.
That was actually the song that Elton John was nominated for at that Grammy Award was for his ode to Rocket Balls.
Rocket Balls centered up nicely for someone to shoot.
Gross. All right. Let's see what Quiet was saying. She could hold up your puppet pal. I guess she could do that, yeah. I will admit I don't have too difficult of a time lifting my 1.25 ounce puppet pal, but I guess I could, you know, ask for a handler, I guess. Why do I know so much about Blake Lively? And Brendan goes, they also got youngish kids. I bet there's some time management involved with projects there. Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Doesn't
my God, it's a stupid wall.
Apparently, Brendan does not watch Gossip Girl, though, so we have no information coming in from Blake Lively expert. Hey, it's Brendan _TTV.
I've never watched Gossip Girl, but I've watched Real Life Girl.
Well, wasn't Blake Lively also in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
I watch good movies.
Wow. Can't rack Traveling Pants. It's rude.
That's funny.
Well, hey, you know, this worked out because it's definitely not going to be an overtime game because they're definitely not going to score in the final. Well, I was actually legitimately worried. Yeah. So, how about that? We're cracked.
I'm annoyed. That was my goal. I should have got an assist at least because I used that guy to score. Oh, dang. We're playing against 2 tournament winners.
So, going back to Quiet's point about transitive wins, we're basically tournament winners ourselves now.
We are the greatest in the history. The teams playing yesterday, nothing on us.
Yeah, so Chris M.E. is in the chat, and you said that you and Chris were watching the Rocket League tournament?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was so nuts.
And you're saying if you want to get better at Rocket League, to watch the tournament?
Oh, no, not at all. If you want to be entertained by some like hardcore Rocket League, watch the tournament.
Okay. All right. Well, if someone could work on a script or a premise for a Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds movie that's a prehistoric setting, that would be fantastic.
Can Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively just take the part of Chris Pratt and Vin Diesel?
Oh, and Downs is already a scripted movie?
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Okay. Did we ever find though the name of the movie that Blake and Ryan were in together?
It's better if it's a secret.
Although Brendan said they met in Green Lantern, right?
Oh, that's the movie they were in together.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I thought we don't talk about Green Lantern.
I love that movie. I mean, not actually. No, I don't. Never mind. I love Ryan Reynolds in that movie. And apparently Blake Lively as well. But there's the weird dude with the gross head thing. That's just gross.
Wasn't there like a Deadpool like post-credit scene that stopped Ryan Reynolds from being in the Green Lantern?
But he was in the Green Lantern.
Oh, but not anymore. It rewrote history.
Oh yeah, no, they've already said, see, if Green Lantern came to the MCU, they would recast it. And there was actually, I forget what movie it was, but they had a guy picked, and it was what was his name? It was a black gentleman, and I can't remember his name. But he looked badass as the Green Lantern. And no offense to Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds was fine. But this guy was, like, awesome.
Happy Capster, 5 questions GMS next, Gaming Morning Show. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thanks for being along with us on this Friday, the last show of the week, and it's going to be a big weekend for our guest. Welcome in, Happy Capsters. Thank you for joining us today. You have a subathon coming up this weekend, huh?
I sure do.
The first ever,
right? Say what?
The first ever subathon for you?
Oh yeah, my first ever subathon, 100%. Like I've seen like a couple of my friends do it. Never done it before, so I'm very excited and very nervous.
Well, we think you'll do great, and we want to know a little bit about you for those who haven't had a chance to meet you. Give us an introduction to kind of what got you into streaming in the first place and what we can expect when we do check out your stream.
Sure. Well, I started streaming back in 2019, so almost three years ago now. Geez. And started streaming a bit more like seriously within the last couple of years. I started streaming because I wanted an excuse to play video games, and I didn't have the dedicated time to do that, and I had a backlog from like years and forever. So I started that as like an excuse to actually play through the games, and then have friends watch me play, and then somehow that turned into people I didn't know watching me play games. And I'm like, all right, this is fun. I like entertaining people. Why not? You know? And it's just been a build up from there over the past couple of years, just trying to make it more entertaining. The biggest thing that we focus on, besides like mostly it's video games and chatting and having a good time over on MySpace. Sometimes I do art. I'm a freelance digital artist. So sometimes you do that on there, but most of the time, the biggest thing is we try to uplift and support each other loudly and proudly, because we're the Caffeine Nation. And to play on words on caffeination, because I'm addicted to coffee. But hey, yeah, let's go.
We love our coffee here. We would love, in fact, recommendations at some point. So if you have a coffee spot that we need to get on the show, we would absolutely love to have those.
Oh my goodness, I could hook you up.
Let's go. The subathon starts 7 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday, and you said that this thing could go up to, what, 80 some hours?
Yeah, I have it set at a cap to end on Wednesday evening, because I have obligations on Thursday. Otherwise, it may have been longer than that, but it's definitely one of those ones. I have enough friends who have done it to be told, like, hey, you gotta schedule breaks, you gotta make sure you sleep. So I'm not gonna like be one of those people who just streams for literally 85 hours straight, because I appreciate my sanity just a little bit.
It should be a lot of fun. We will definitely check it out, and you can as well. We'll include the link in the chat. Happy Capster is here, though, to play a game that we call 5 Questions GMS. Let's do it now on Gaming Morning Show 1.
So these are going to start off fairly easy, but get difficult as we continue.
So difficult.
So hard. It's the worst.
Terrible.
Just kidding. Number 1, though, as our friend Bob said. So we mentioned that we're just talking about you're doing your first ever subathon. And apparently for every 10 subs, you're offering the bacon pancake dance. Here on GMS, we adore pancakes. So can you tell us, what is the bacon pancake dance?
So it started as just a random sound alert that I added as like a channel point redemption on my stream. And if you're not familiar with it, it is a mashup of the bacon pancake song that Jake the dog sings on Adventure Time, which is a TV show, and the song New York, sung by, I don't remember what female singer it is. It sounds like Beyonce, but I'm pretty sure it's on Alicia Keys. Thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. It's a mashup of those two songs, and when it's played, in the past, I just kind of like jammed a little bit. And then I got my stream deck set up to where I could do just ridiculous like cut zooms on like my face and like different angles and stuff. So now we just like do a little jive in the chair with some ridiculous and silly like cut zooms. So it's a dance in quotation marks, but it's so funny. I make myself laugh every single time. So if no one else likes it, I'm do it for myself, because it's just so funny to just like look at the camera and then look back, and I'm just like here, and then I'm like here, and it's the silliest thing, and I love it so much.
Ding ding ding!
Nice. I'm excited to see it.
Correct.
1 for 1, but yeah, there's a bonus attached to this one. So we just talked a little bit about bacon and pancakes, but we've heard that you're a TTRPG performer on Waffle's Maple Syrup,
right?
And only play wizards. Can you tell us a little bit more about those?
Yeah. So Waffle's Maple Syrup is a community that I joined late last year. And they have a few TCRPG shows that they run and produce on their channel. The one that I'm a part of is a bi-weekly Pathfinder 2e game, which is similar to Dungeons and Dragons if you're not familiar with that. And I play a catfolk witch who has a little tiny ferret familiar person that helps them with their magic and things of that nature. And we're playing through the Strength of Thousands module, which is like a pre-written thing, but we are so far off the rails that it's like its own thing now. But that's super, super fun. Everything there is like Waffle themed, and it's really great. And they're just wonderful people. Excuse me. So that's every other Thursday. We also have it on Spotify, and it's like doing numbers overseas, which is very strange. In like Australia and France, it's like it's ridiculously popular over there. So I guess we're doing something right, apparently. And then I also on Wednesday evenings am over on Only Play Wizards playing The Expanse TTRPG. So I'm out in space, which The Expanse just finished. Like the TV show just wrapped up. The TTRPG is like in universe, but not like focused on like the TV show.
Cool.
So like
That's
if
awesome.
you want to see people in the Expanse universe, but like tangential to the storyline doing other things, I play an investigator named Zenny. So like it's really cool. It's really cool. We had a really good like character building session this last week. So we get to learn more about like who we are as people.
Let's go.
That is super awesome.
In space. Space.
Bob's excited. I mean,
yes.
All for it. You are already 2 for 1. You're over 100%.
for
We're
1.
one question in. So
Hey, let's go.
unmatched pace. 2.
Yeah, but buffer now, so.
Dungeon
Heck
Meowster
yeah.
KJ is big into TTRPG, says TTRPG for the win. So you're also pleasing the
Yes.
audience. As we move to question number 2, we asked you your favorite material, possession, or brand, and you had mentioned the Steam Deck, which you just brought up a second ago, but I couldn't help but notice when I first watched your stream, the Hollow Knight behind you, and you said that is one of your favorite material possessions as well. So what should we know about the giant stuffed Hollow Knight?
The giant stuffed Hollow Knight. Oh, I need to pull up who it is. So that giant stuffed Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is an indie game, an indie platformer game that is like Souls, like Dark Souls-esh difficulty, but it's like adorable. This is the main. You play as this little bug knight, and this it's like the size of my torso. It's huge. And I actually won this particular one in a Twitter giveaway.
Wow.
Or it wasn't a Twitter giveaway. No, that's my bad. It was during like a live stream event, I think. And I can't remember exactly which one which channel it was on. But one of them was a custom plushie that someone made. So this, I asked like, hey, can I have the Hollow Knight figure? And they're like, yeah, what size do you want it? Do you want it like pocket size or like huggable size or somewhere in between? And I was like, how big can you make him? and they said, bet, here you go, have this. And so it's huge. Like the head's the size of my head, and it's so soft. But it has a little crown on it because it needs one. It's the Hollow Knight is also
Correct.
You are 3 for 2. Nice work.
Ding, ding, ding. 3.
That is incredible. Man, how big can you make? That's something I'd say. I appreciate that. Can you make it life size? Actually, you can't see it, but over in my corner, I have a life-size Bigfoot.
Oh, nice.
So I kind of like.
It'd be hard to see anyway. It's just that you can't.
You're
really
like, I want a
see it.
Hollow Knight of size, please. And they.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's the problem. If it was a Hollow Knight of size, it would probably be about that.
Oh, that's true.
It's a
That's
bug.
true.
It's just a little tiny bug.
Fair enough. So recently you co-streamed and you played Don't Starve together. It's on. Speaking of backlogs, there you go. It's on there. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what food would you pick and why?
Oh, dang. See, you're asking someone who just loves food so much. If I had to pick a food to eat, oh, jeez. It would... Since coffee doesn't count as food according to some people, coffee's not a meal, apparently. I would probably go... Honestly, it would be one of two things. Probably, maybe together if I could. Either just like a pan-fried or pan-seared like chicken with like roasted potatoes and green beans. staple, delicious, simple,
Meat.
really good.
Yeah.
Or boxed mac and cheese. One of those two.
You are a
We could do it
genius.
together.
Cholesterol. What's that?
What is? Listen, if I had to eat, I have to eat something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I'm like, you just slurp that mac and cheese. It's
You'd have to
really
cook it though, or is it? Do you just have like a giant like vault filled with boxes of mac and cheese, or
Oh
like?
yeah. Oh, I mean,
Okay.
you'd still have to put some effort into it. Like you can still
Yeah,
put like
yeah.
seasonings on it if you want to.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But like, get spicy. Put some paprika on.
You're sitting there crunching on the noodles that haven't been boiled.
Uncooked noodles.
This is so great. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Could you imagine?
Yes.
Could you imagine trying to take down the powder packet?
Oh, it's like the cinnamon challenge, but oh god, so much worse.
But thank
It
you
just sounds terrible.
for saying that if you reach a certain milestone this weekend during your subathon, that's something you'll do is you'll eat the right. You just said
Hey.
that on our show.
Yeah, hey, no worries. We'll make it happen.
According to Wikipedia, question number 4, there are notable goblinoids in Dungeons and Dragons. Many know the Green Goblin from Spider-Man, etc. But in 2020, you started the Goblin Society Games. Share more about Goblin Society Games, and do you have a favorite goblin or like goblin lore?
So, to start off with, Goblin Society Games is a TTRPG production company, I guess. We make TTRPG supplements, so things that you can use at your TTRPG tables. Right now, we have a couple of things that we've made for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, such as a bunch of magic items, like 300 magic items, each with like arts and stuff, and they're very, very cool. And then we also have a little book that gives you some more cantrips, which are very low-level spells, kind of balancing it out between the different classes that you can play to give you more variety. But we're also working on like 9 other projects right now, 2 of which are separate games, like board game type card game sort of things that are separate from TTRPGs. And other big projects and everything that we're really super excited to release. But as far as my favorite goblin is concerned, oh geez,
We're really making you pick today, aren't we?
You really, really are. I'm just trying to think of like different goblins that aren't like ones that are in like my own little universe.
But they
type
could be your favorite goblin. They're
situation.
your goblins.
Okay, here is in fact my favorite goblin. Technically, they're a half goblin, so they are like half human, half goblin. And it was actually one of the characters that one of my players played as in one of my Dungeons and Dragons game. Their name was Dag the Brave, and they were, by the end of it, they were a barbarian rogue bard, which, if you know Dungeons and Dragons, is like a triple combo that doesn't quite work. But they were like a super sweet little like sunshiny, loved unicorns and rainbows, and then carried this mallet that was like 3 times their size.
I love it. I love it.
And eventually became like the queen of the goblin community by sheer force, and was like, we're gonna make people see goblins as like really not terrible people, and then she did because she could.
Ding ding ding.
So off the top of my head, that one's probably my favorite.
That's an official 5 out of 4, Mike. The pace right now is ridiculous.
I might need to get a bonus point for having a self-made there. That's great.
Ding.
6 out of 4. I love it.
Finally,
Why?
this is probably the hardest question.
Oh dang.
We asked for something that you seem to know a lot about that others seemingly do not. You said in video games, Undertale.
Yes.
So according to AminoApps.com, Megalovania, Hopes and Dreams, and Undertale are the best songs from the game. What should we know about the music for Undertale?
Jeez, most of one, it's amazing. One, it's incredible. But a tiny fact specifically about Megalovania. Those who are unfamiliar with Undertale, it's also another indie video game that has its own kind of, it's like kind of like a bullet hell, so you're a little thing dodging around a bunch of bullets as far as like combat, but it's also exceptionally unique in its storytelling and its pacing, its characters and everything. But Megalovania is the song that plays during one of the different kinds of runs that you can do in the game. It's one of the final bosses that you can battle. That song was written by Toby Fox, the creator of the game, who wrote 99% of the music and did 99% of the music himself. It was originally written for a webcomic series called Homestuck, which was very popular way back in like early 2000s time. Like Toby Fox worked on that, and it was the theme song for one of the one of the big fight scenes for one of the characters. And because the people at Homestuck were super chill and cool, he got to keep all the rights to his music and everything. And so he just took that and was like, I'm gonna put this in my video game that I'm making. And it turns out it's like ridiculously good. So that's, I also am tangentially, I am like friends of a friend of one of the people who did the bass line for some of the music in there. So that's also, I know somebody who worked on that. So that's kind of cool.
Fantastic.
But the other thing about the music, last thing, I promise. Besides the fact that you should listen to it on literally everywhere because it's amazing. Toby does a really, really good job of light motifs, which in music, if you're not familiar with what that is a theme that is consistent throughout like a lot of the piece as a whole. So like for one character, their name is Toriel. They have a song at the very beginning. It's very simple but very sad. You can hear bits and pieces of that song in a different character's theme as well because they have a relationship. And little things like that where they take small bits from different songs and kind of weave them together so that, you know, it's evoking a different kind of emotion or a character comes to mind without you even like thinking about it. Does a really good job of it, and it's just really good. It makes me cry all the time.
Yes. Ding! Wow, Mike, final tally on this episode of 5 Questions GMS.
It's 7 out of 5, I think.
Carry
oh
the
my
one.
God!
Very impressive.
I was
impressive.
never that good in school.
We'll send you a report card, and you can take that back to whomever was giving you poor marks.
I'll slap that on my website. Look what I did. Here, Ma, look, I made it.
We have Happy Capster doing a subathon coming up 7 a.m. on Sunday Pacific time. Check it out. It's the first ever subathon that you are doing, and it could last up to 85 hours. One of my favorite things, Maria, is to have an opportunity to learn things. I don't know a lot about TTRPGs. I clearly don't know a lot about video game music. You enlightened me about a whole bunch of stuff today. And Chris and me even said Megalovania is such a banger. Dungeon Meowster KJ said, my PC's BFF in our game is a goblin. Goblins are underrated. Look at this. So you're making connections with our audience, and we appreciate it very much. Good luck with the subathon, and thank you for joining us today on Gaming Morning Show.
Thank you for
so
having
much.
me. This was so wonderful. Y'all are great.
That was absolutely fun. Happy Capster joining us on Gaming Morning Show. All right, it is now, at the time, 8:42 on the West Coast. It is 11:42 for those watching on the East Coast.
What's going on?
No, Mike.
I don't know if you can hear us.
We can.
But there's craziness happening.
Everything's fine. It's just different,
Okay,
my
good.
friend.
Oh my gosh. Chaos anarchy, chaos anarchy, chaos anarchy. Do you want to build a snowman? You can come out and play. We can go anywhere and eat lobster thermomidor. Wait, no, which one is it?
All right, there
Lobster Newberg.
It's 8:43 on the West Coast, 11:43 out east is 3:43 for those watching GMS in the UK. Let's see what Mako is tracking at this hour.
Oh, Pressure. Let's head on down to the alternate news. Let's go to the stand-up studio. Hey, look, here we are in the stand-up studio where I'm standing. Because something very exciting is happening right now. And Nicoletta Liness from Live Science is going to tell us. She says material science with a yeast allergy set out to make a yeast-free pizza dough that still rises like a classic Neapolitan pie. Now, in a new paper published March 22nd in the journal Physics of Fluids, he and his colleague report that they've succeeded in their quest. Although so far the team has only baked discs of dough that measure about 10 millimeters in diameter and lack any sauce, cheese, or toppings. So it's just like a pizza without the pizza part. These tiny naked pizzas, allegedly taste exactly like the yeast pizza. Ernesto Di Maio, a material scientist at the University of Naples, Federico II, or Unina, and senior author of the study, told NPR, "We tried it, and it was nice and crusty and soft," he told Science. Science! To achieve this, the team made pizza dough using the classic recipe minus the yeast and sugar. They then placed a small sphere of the dough into a toaster oven-sized autoclave, which is kind of a pressurized oven often used for sterilization to kill bacteria, viruses, and fungal spores, according to NPR. Following their initial success with teeny tiny pies, the team has now procured a larger autoclave capable of making normal-sized pizzas. Their dough-making method isn't really accessible to autoclaveless home bakers, but in theory, it would save people time waiting for their dough to rise, Pasquino told NPR. Plus, it could someday be used to make tasty pizza for those with yeast allergies, Iercino said. So that's really cool, because I know that a lot of people like the pizzas, but if you have a yeast allergy, you can't enjoy the pizzas.
Yeah, I mean, we have Sports Doc wife who has like a gluten thing. And, you know, I don't know how easy it is to pull gluten out of stuff. I mean, we found like gluten-free crusts and things like that. But it would be such a bummer to not be able to have pizza ever again. And listen, that's a small thing in the grand scheme of things, but still. So
I'd be pretty upset.
Yeah, I know. So that would be kind of cool to have if you have a yeast allergy. This is coming out. Yeast-free pizza dough. Teeny tiny naked little pizzas. Just itty bitty little naked
Teeny tiny naked little pizzas. Well, KJ, you better find an autoclave.
KJ said, yeast allergy here.
So, that's the only way you're gonna get it. I'm sure at some point they'll find a way to commercialize this, which will be awesome because of the fact that there's a lot of people that can't have it, right? I mean, yeast allergies are becoming more and more common, along with like gluten and stuff. So having a place that like specializes, or a pizza, you know, something like that that's like specializes in yeast-free stuff, I think would be huge. So.
Hot Dog is here. Hot Dog, thanks for joining us today. The cauliflower pizza, not bad. The problem, the closest to normal pizza I found, or probably the closest normal pizza. I have had a cauliflower crust pizza. I think it was frozen. I'd like to try one that is a little bit more, I don't know, like fresh. Like I'm sure the crust has to be frozen in like the process of making it, even at like a pizzeria or something. But I'd love to have it like made fresh, if that makes sense, as opposed to unwrapping the frozen one. Because I think it could be pretty okay.
Should go to Subway.
Do they have cauliflower pizza?
Oh, no, but they eat fresh, so I'm sure you can ask them.
Excuse me, Subway, can you help me find a fresh pizza, please?
I was watching the television show, and you said eat fresh. I would like some fresh cauliflower dough crust, please. What?
I've heard
you said it, not me.
I've heard Steph Curry talking about your cauliflower pizza. What are you talking about?
You said it's eat fresh in your way right away. That's a different place. Nope, I don't think so.
That's good. That's good. All right, last chance, chat, to get in on the make a TV show or movie prehistoric by changing one factor. For example, Downs gave us Fast and the Furious, like 40 million BC or something like that, 4 million BC. We're no longer going to use the original cast. Mike has overruled the original casting for this new film. So Vin Diesel and Ryan Reynolds will now star in it on Netflix.
Or Blake Lively as the voice of Vin Diesel.
See,
that'd be kind of fun.
That'd be perfect. Get Blake Lively into a Fast and the Furious movie. Come on.
I want Vin Diesel to be the actor, and then you just hear Blake Lively. This big scary man, but talks like this. Says sweetie a lot. What? Did you say sweetie?
Fast and the Furious, Jurassic Drift. Fast and the Cretaceous.
You ever drift a raptor before?
Never drifted one of these before. As long as they can't open doors. Downs goes, damn, Hollywood sticking their oars in my creative project. Do oars get stuck often in creative projects for you, Downs? I am beginning to love Happy Capster is the most recent, but not the first, to have like a really cool figurine or statue in the background, because we have yours, obviously. Barry's freaking awesome. Daniel Wilkins, who made some of the music for Aerial Knights Never Yield, had that gigantic life-size Spider-Man, if you might remember, and then of course the Hollow Knight. But I love the fact it was like, how big can that Hollow Knight be?
How big can you make it? Yep. I just love, because that would be my exact thought too. Like, how big do you want it? How big can it go?
Well,
I'd be disappointed in the size she had it. I don't want it like room sized.
Right?
Whoa!
I mean, that game looks so beautiful.
Did you see that name?
Oh no!
Sasquatch Tactics. Barry.
I didn't know Barry was going to be in our game today.
It was
Sasquatch. One of his hands is behind the jersey. I bet he's got a remote in there, a controller, a remote. What the hell am I, my dad? Turn. You got that video game remote again.
Well, we did learn the other day that they made some sort of gaming system where the controllers were remotes. So.
Oh gosh. That is true.
I can't remember which one it was, but it was. Hey, they had different colors though, so they were cool in that respect, I suppose.
Bro, that's messed up.
Did you just lose your first ever game against Barry?
Just because I'm leaving doesn't mean you have to be a jerk.
Well,
whatever.
We didn't have the heart to tell you this, and I'm really sorry. Barry's actually going to be filling in for you all next week.
Yeah, good luck turning on the computer. Weird. No.
We have a Sasquatch sitter helping with that. His name is Dr. Squatch.
So we have a lady coming to house sit for us, and Diego's in here. So one of the things she has to do is come feed Diego. And she walked in my office and was like, "What's?" I was like, "That's not real. It's stuffed." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, what is that?" I'm like, yeah. So does it ever scare you? Like, not anymore. Like, it used to concern me a little bit from time to time, because you'd be like, "Whoa, what is this?"
I'm used to it now.
Yeah, now it's just there.
It's not my first rodeo. Brendan goes, Hollow Knight is pretty good because he's got one hand in his pocket and the other one's playing a car soccer game. Does Barry have pockets?
I don't think so. He's got legs. Nature's pocket? No, that's the other thing.
Nature's pocket. Yikes. I watched a Sasquatch documentary, says Hot Dog, on Hulu while drunk. And it was stupid good. Great stupid comedy.
It was Sasquatch.
So, here's the thing, right? Like, I believe Sasquatch is real. However, if I didn't and I watched some of these documentaries, I'd be like, bro, Wow. Okay. It's just because some of these folks are just a little weird. A little bit. Like Todd Standish, who's like the self-proclaimed foremost expert on Sasquatches, a few times have put out what I would compare to Barry's head here, like in the forest, and he's like it's a Sasquatch. Like, okay.
I'm mad at myself now. I have another Sasquatch gift that I didn't put in the mail for you, and you would have been able to use it in Disney World. I'm very regretful now.
Say what about Disney World? Sorry.
You would have been able to use it.
You got quiet.
You would have been able to use it whilst there. So
yeah, I should bring. You want to come? Too bad. Sure.
Like a Chris M.E. IRL type stream, but you and Barry. Fantastic. All right. It's now 8:54 West Coast, 11:54 out on the East. It is 2:54 for those watching GMS in the UK. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. We'll also have our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winner. We'll have clip of the day, and then we will send you somewhere if you're watching on Twitch. Right now, let's get the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News. It is a recap of the video game headlines of the day that we do in the 6 o'clock hour that you can watch after our show on Instagram and TikTok. Here is Vice video game expert Lucas Myko.
Today we have a veritable potpourri of Battle Royale news. Starting with ONS Good, not to be confused with Johnny Be Good, but ONS Good from Polygon tells us about Apex Legends. They're bringing back Control in their latest limited time event. The Warriors Collection event starts on March the 29th, which is next Tuesday, and runs up until April 12th, which I'm assuming is another it's a Thursday? Tuesday? I don't know. It's one of those days. Either way, they're bringing back Control. It was a very popular game mode. They had a 9 versus 9. It's a great way to get in the game if you don't just like the Battle Royale. You want a little bit more fast pace with a lot less downtime than arenas. Battle Royale is here for you. So it's exciting. The Warriors Collection will also add Drop Off, a new map for Apex Legends 3-on-3 game mode. As a collection event, that means another set of 24 limited edition cosmetics will be available, which includes the Synthetic Huntress skin fresh, Octane's Riding Dirty skin, and Combat Survivalist look for Lifeline. So each week they'll have their own reward track and daily challenges in the daily times. It'll be lots of fun. Moving on to everyone's new favorite Battle Royale mode, Fortnite. According to Ryan Dinsdale, from IGN, they have taken our words or something. And some data miners have suggested that the no build mode will be sticking around as a good mode. So building was removed from Fortnite's default mode earlier this week as its Chapter 3 Season 2 Subsection 9 began, but new leaks suggest that developer Epic Games plan to include it later as a separate game mode, which was awesome. What was dubbed the old person mode or the geriatric mode was very, very popular, and a lot of folks, it actually did drive up their numbers. The tweet claims that the no build mode will be available to play in solos, duos, trios, and quads, which means 4. And finally, our last bit of Battle Royale news. Austin Goslin from Polygon unveils that Microsoft Flight Simulator's new update makes Spain and Portugal more beautiful. That's right, because before they were downright ugly. But now they're not, because they've have a new Iberia update. It adds graphical upgrades to all the areas in the region. Available right now. If you have Game Pass, you can go ahead and get it on there. But the patch, which is the game's 8th major world update, makes significant graphical improvements to Spain, Portugal, Andorra, and Gibraltar regions. These updates include many famous landmarks from the area, including the Basilica of Sagrada Familia, the aqueducts of Segovia, and the City of Arts and Sciences in Valencia. Along with the landmarks, there's going to be a bunch of other stuff. There's 99 new points of interest, which are exciting and beautiful and gorgeous, and you should go look at it now because it's not ugly. Finally, you like playing video games? Yeah, me too. But it's not today. Kirby and the Forgotten Land on Switch is out. Andro Dunos 2 on the PS4, Switch, and PC. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is available on all of the things. Ghostwire Tokyo on the PS5 and PC. Airy, Call Mine on the Xbone, Switch, and PC. Tunch on the PS4. Devastator on the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Mr. Pepper, which is Dr. Pepper's dad, available for the PlayStations. Takoban on the Xboxes, and actually it's just on everything. And the most famous segment within a segment within a segment within a hot dog, Bouncy Bois in Puzzle Land, available on the Xbone, Switch, and PC.
Man, you were doing your best Hefty Goof impression today with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and then earlier you had Edgar Allan Poe or whatever that was.
The words, the Sir Calvler Bird, whatever his name is. That guy.
Hey, Mike, have a great vacation. Have a great vacation.
I will.
Billy Thundergun Award goes to JF Downs today for the outstanding pitch of Fast and the Furious 4 million BC.
Absolutely.
Even though you've been overruled casting-wise by our casting agent, look, it's Maiko.
Sorry.
Ryan Reynolds and Vin Diesel. So
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
we do have a Sir William Lightning Knife III award too. The creator of Chaos, Arturo, was trying to derail the show all morning long. What was wrong with the cat?
Man, he was like, I'm destroying things. Arturo, Destroyer of Worlds. And coffee.
He was the Baltimore Baron or whatever. The super villain. Okay, get ready for takeaways that were pretty okay after the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look, it's the clip of the day.
And she would turn the song back, and every time she did, I would just hit Wienerina again. And she was like, why do you want me to hear this song? And I was like, because it's really funny. And then when I walked in the house, I was like, Queen. It's like, I hate you. It was great.
Oh, Dad.
There's also apparently on Spotify, you can find 100 hours of fart noises. So if you really want to mess with somebody, do that. Alexa, play 1,000 hours of fart noises on Spotify.
We'll do that during Theo's meditation break later today.
The fart noises?
Yeah, instead of the meditation background music that Theo gave me. I'll just
Perfect.
But the thing is Theo can't hear what music's being played underneath her meditation break.
Take a deep breath.
Not that deep. That's too deep. Too deep of a breath. It's too deep of a breath. That's a great line, Mike. Miss Theo can join us. Had a power outage today.
Oh no.
Yeah. And said if it came back on before 9 that she'd join us, but unfortunately was not able to. Good show though, nonetheless. Mike, I'm gonna miss you while you're gone on your fun time in Disney World. But we are serious. Send us pictures.
When I'm gone. Oh, I will. Check out the Twitter. I'll be posting updates on the Twitter. Maybe I'll stop by and say hi once. I don't know.
Yeah, we'd love to do that. Takeaways that were pretty okay, chat. What is something you learned from today's show? And then we will send you over to Happy Capster, who is streaming right now. Our guest for 5 Questions GMS. And please, if you'd be so kind, check out the subathon starting on Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Very first ever for Happy Capster. That was a lot of fun to interview our latest edition of 5 Questions GMS. Mike, what did you learn from today's show?
Mine was about Maryland, but after watching the clip of the day, I feel I need to point out that Drew Mega wasn't here earlier, but Drew stopped by just in time to catch the clip of the day where we said, Alexa, play fart noises.
You know, Drew Mega
I got it twice.
has been gone for a while. So maybe the Alexa thing is probably the reason for it. So we should probably quit sabotaging poor Drew Mega's Alexa.
To be fair, the first one wasn't my fault because I made sure Drew wasn't here for it. But then the the clip of the day had it in there, and that was awesome.
And I didn't say stop or cancel, so I was complicit. Great stuff. Chris Emmy's takeaway, that's pretty okay. Mike and Quiet are going to go get in trouble and is staying.
Sounds real dirty.
Eating the pub sub and Quiet staying. Drew Mega, I have my volume on very, very, very low. Probably
Good
a wise
man.
move. My takeaway that's pretty okay is apparently, hey, it's Brendan _TTV, excellent streamer, of course, but also Blake Lively expert.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Go figure.
Even Brendan. Who knew? So, all right. Please be so kind as to say good morning from GMS. We'll have the YouTube video up with the 5 questions GMS game. If you missed Charlie Rosen, the leader of the 8-bit big band, that was our last 5 questions guest prior to today, and you can find those videos on our YouTube page. Always appreciate the thumbs up and the comments and all that stuff. For Mike, for Sean, for Theo, for Austin, and everyone who made it possible today, I am Hefty Goof. We will see you again on Monday, GMS Weekend Edition, Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific Time as well. Have a great weekend.